World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5161, Hell-Blood Evil. Sister Ying, stop joking. Chen Shang shook his head and smiled, and said, let's go, since something big is going to happen, then I have to act quickly. Both Narcissus Ying and Shui Shengxiang have not fully recovered, so Chen Shang insisted that they stay in the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda to recuperate. Chen Shang left the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, and then came out of Tianshuan space. Shui Shengxiang and Narcissus Ying both gave him a jade card. If he encounters a team of women, if possible, try to save them, because they are all their sisters. Chen Shang also agreed, and then started to stroll around here. He didn't plan to leave immediately, because he hadn't taken the Star Core yet. Sister Ying, I still don't quite understand, why are you so scared when you heard that the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan is coming? You also said that the three hegemons betrayed the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan. Chen Shang was very puzzled about this. Didn't you guys say before? After all, are the three hegemons very loyal? It's very loyal, they are willing to give everything for the Prison Blood Celestial Clan. But, the Prison Blood Celestial Clan who came out now is not the one they used to be, said Shui Xianying. Ah, Chen Shang was very shocked. Back then, some elders of the Prison Blood Celestial Clan knew that they were going to be exterminated, and they were all very sure that they could not stop all this. So, they selected many good seedlings in the clan and sealed them up. Narcissus Ying said. Brother Shen also knows about this matter. Narcissus Ying and Shui Shengxiang were actually surprised that Chen Shang actually knew this kind of secret. Chen Shang knew it all from Huang Jintian, and Huang Jintian figured it out himself. Chen Shang once again admired Huang Jintian's Tianyan technique, and he was able to accurately calculate such a thing. It stands to reason that after they are unblocked, isn't that the return of the king of the Prison Blood Celestial Clan? Chen Shang said, why did the three hegemons betray them? Brother Shen, you should have seen this place as well, there are star cores everywhere, right? These star cores are also reserved for the Prison Blood Celestial Clan. Shui Xianying said. The three hegemons came here ahead of time because they planned to take this place. Destroy it. Ah, Chen Shang didn't expect it to be like this. The three hegemons all think that the Prison Blood Celestial Clan cannot be resurrected because the seal is very powerful. And after so many years, the person who sealed it in the Prison Blood Celestial Clan will definitely die. Said Shui Xianying, the reason for this is to destroy this place. The Star Core is to avoid being obtained by the Temple of Time. The Prison Blood Celestial Clan is still alive, their strength must be very strong, that place is devouring the stars, it is terrifying to think about. Chen Shang sighed. Brother Shen, that is no longer the Prison Blood Celestial Clan. Because, those people were sealed in very early. When they were sealed, although they knew their mission, but after the Prison Blood Celestial Clan was exterminated, all the resentful and remnant souls of the entire Prison Blood Celestial Clan flowed into that place. Said Narcissus. So many remnants go in. It will definitely affect the growth of those people inside. Chen Shang said in horror, thinking about it, he felt terrible. Yeah, so for so many years, we all believed that the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan would kill each other and finally die. Said Narcissus, if they didn't die, they would break the seal one day, and it must not be the same as before. Prison Blood Celestial Clan. Why are you so sure? Chen Shang frowned and said, maybe they will overcome many difficulties. After all, they are all kinds of geniuses carefully selected by the Prison Blood Celestial Clan. Because many years ago, the three hegemons tried to explore that place. After getting close, I found that the place was very hostile, and it was also accompanied by a strong evil force of prison blood. Narcissus sighed. Since then, the three hegemons know that the Prison Blood Celestial Clan has also fallen. What is it? Chen Shang asked. The golden-scaled people and the black-scaled people you saw before, they all have the blood of the Hell-Blood Celestial Clan in their bodies. At least a little bit, it's the ***** from the Temple of Time who turned them into this. Said Narcissus, and we also have a bit of the blood of the Hell-Blood Celestial Clan in our bodies. If it wasn't for Big Brother Shen's rescue, we would most likely have become like that. Chen Shang also took away the corpses of the hundreds of golden scale people before, and sealed them in a small space of the world-defying divine furnace. Those people actually have the bloodline of the Hell-Blood Heavenly Clan. With just a little blood, it can be so strong. How strong is the Hell-Blood Celestial Clan? The ghost of the Temple of Time. Is that Temple of Time from the second floor of the Heavenly Ancient Purgatory? Chen Shang asked. Not bad. There are a lot of time temples in Tiangu Purgatory, and they are independent of each other. But no matter how they split, there is only one purpose, which is to create chaos. Said Narcissus. The Temple of Time keeps saying that it is necessary to correct the time disorder brought about by in fact, they will only continue to create chaos. After the fall of the Prison Blood Celestial clan, wouldn't they cause great damage to the first floor of the heavenly ancient purgatory? Chen Shang thought of it, and this kind of thing could not be stopped at all. Yes, I really didn't expect it to be like this. Back then, the first floor of the heavenly ancient purgatory was so powerful because of the Prison Blood Celestial clan. Narcissus was very helpless and sighed. Only the heavenly ancient Star Spirit clan can suppress them. But this will also consume the Astral clan. The Protoss are really strong, but what the Protoss have to face is the Temple of Time. Now they have to deal with the Prison Blood Heavenly clan, and they will indeed suffer serious consumption. Chen Shang wandered in this holy place, and encountered several groups of women, all of them dozens of people, all of them were seriously injured, and then fled in embarrassment. Chen Shang first killed the golden scale people who were chasing them, then showed the jade cards of Shui Xianying and Shui Shengxiang, then connected them to the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, and then helped them expel the evil power from their bodies, and treated them one by one. Rescue. After Chen Shang has done this kind of thing many times, he has become very skilled, so the process is also very fast, and it is not particularly tiring. As long as you are hit by that kind of evil power, you will think that you will be finished, but you are very unwilling, so you will always try to resist, and will eventually turn into a monster. And meeting Chen Shang to be saved is the best result for them. Chen Shang rescued hundreds of women one after another, and they all stayed in the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda to recuperate, and were very grateful to Chen Shang. Shui Shengxiang told Chen Shang that they were all disciples of the Shui Tianmen Shui Elder in the Five Elements Jail sect. There are 12 palaces in Shuishanmen, and Elder Shui is one of the palace masters, and the disciples are all women, and there are more than 2,000 disciples in total. Chen Shang was looking for the Water Elder. If he couldn't find it, these women would definitely follow him. If you can find Elder Shui, you can send Shui Shengxiang and the others back. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5162, Harvest Star Core. Chen Shang continued to wander around the Holy Land, and he didn't know whether Shui Shengxiang and the others were strong or weak. Say they are weak, but they can always survive. Although they are injured and polluted by that evil energy, they still survive and escape, and many other teams of dozens of people are easily destroyed by the group. Along the way, Chen Shang saved a lot of women's teams like Shui Shengxiang with dozens of people, while men's teams were rare, only a large team of hundreds of people could survive, and the others were killed. It is also possible that because they were women, the Golden Scale people wanted to treat them as playthings, so they chased and played with them. Later, they were rescued by Chen Shang and survived. Next, Chen Shang rescued several Shuishanmen women's teams, saving more than 1,000 people in total. Almost all of the disciples of that Elder Shui were rescued by Chen Shang. There were more than 2,000 female disciples, and there were still more than 1,000 left, and more than half of them were killed. Chen Shang originally wanted to find the Water Elder, but later some women told Chen Shang that they saw the Water Elder being killed with their own eyes, that is to say, these women lost their boss. Elder Shui is a palace lord of the 12th house, but the other houses of the 12th house will definitely not accept these women. Shui Shengxiang told Chen Shang that they were sent here because they were the most worthless disciples in the Five Elements suppressing prison sect. It was mainly because of the compassion that Elder Shui had in his heart. He had saved many weak women over the years, and cultivated them meticulously so that they could become disciples of the Five Elements suppressing prison sect. Among the 12 palaces of Shuishanmen, only the Water Elders of the Shuizheng Palace were ordered to lead the entire Shuizheng Palace. From Chen Zhang's point of view, Shui Shengxiang and the others are all cannon fodder. Although it is cruel, in this environment, the weak will always be the first to be abandoned. The three hegemons are very powerful, but they can withdraw at any time. Sister Xiaojing said, these cannon fodder disciples are used to consume those golden scale people and time-consuming cultivators. Their lives and lives are in the eyes of the three hegemons, it doesn't matter at all. Even Elder Shui, the master of the Water Town Palace, should not be very important in the eyes of the headmaster of the Five Elements Jail sect. Shui Shengxiang told Chen Shang that if they were sent here, if they did meritorious deeds and killed enough enemies, they would get rich rewards, all of which were all kinds of cultivation resources. They are very short of cultivation resources, because they are too weak, and within the fiercely competitive sects, they cannot compete for any cultivation resources, so this also makes them weaker and weaker. I just didn't expect that after entering this holy place, I realized how terrifying the enemy is. Of course, this is not aimed at their female disciples. As long as they are weak disciples with no talent or status, they are the first to enter the Holy Land to die. Many disciples of the three major hegemonic forces have died here, all of whom are the weakest, and they have indeed consumed a lot of the power of the enemy. Within the three major hegemonic forces, there are still many strong people who have not been dispatched. If they make a move, they can easily crush the opponent. Just like Chen Shang, they can kill a large number of them. However, the three overlords did not send anyone out, apparently with a purpose to let more disciples die. So Shui Shengxiang and the others have no sense of belonging to the five elements suppressing prison sect, and then under the instigation of Shui Xianying they all decided to follow Chen Shang. Not to mention that Chen Shang is their savior, and he is approachable, powerful, and so handsome, so they are all willing. Chen Shang has a very headache, but it is not easy to refuse now, and he will find a chance to get rid of them later. Brother, these little sisters are all so beautiful and hot, and they are willing to follow you, don't refuse. With them, these are more than 1,000 powerful little sisters. Sister Xiaojing smiled. They are in. Although the strength of the five elements suppressing prison sect is not top-notch, it is not bad compared to other ancient great forces. Chen Shang could only take them in temporarily, anyway, they couldn't occupy much space in the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower, and they could not starve to death if they ate and drank in it. Chen Shang was flying in the air, watching the fierce battle, whether it was the disciples of the three major hegemonic forces or those golden scale people. After they died, their bodies would be absorbed by the earth. Sister Ying, where did those corpses go? Is there a force absorbing the corpses? Chen Shang asked Narcissus Ying, because she knew a lot and liked to read ancient books since she was a child. Swallowed by the Holy Land. The Holy Land has the ability to devour the corpses of living beings, and then refine them into purgatory blood. Said Narcissus. Somewhere in the Holy Land, there is purgatory blood. Chen Shang has now figured out the situation of this Holy Land, and also knows the relationship between the three overlords and the Hell-Blood Heavenly Clan. If it develops according to the current situation, the Hell-Blood Heavenly Clan will definitely come here, and then kill and kill. The Prison Blood Celestial Clan is no longer the one it used to be, and the Prison Blood Celestial Clan that comes out will be very terrifying. Therefore, Chen Shang has now decided to take away some star cores while he is in chaos, and he can take as many as he can. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing had already marked it before and selected the best star core. He went to the vicinity of the marked star cores, and then released the 6 mirrors. All parties were fighting, and suddenly a huge mirror appeared. Although it was a bit abrupt, there were flashes of various energy glare, so even if a big thing suddenly appeared, it would not be so eye-catching. The 6-path divine mirror is suspended on the star core, and after the mirror touches the star core will submerge into the mirror surface. As long as the divine mirror of 6 paths descends and engulfs a small half of the star core, the entire star core can be taken in. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing often cooperate to do this kind of thing, so they are very skilled. In just half a day, Chen Shang collected more than 100 star cores, all of which are the largest here, or the ones with excellent quality. Because no one noticed, so he continued to collect. Although there would be some golden scale people approaching, they were all destroyed by Chen Shang with a few knives, which could not stop him at all. Chen Shang also wondered, there was no one to stop him on the three hegemons side, and he probably couldn't take it out, because with the continuous reinforcements of the Temple of Time and the Golden Scales, the three hegemons' forces were suppressed. Chen Zhang's progress should not be too smooth. He even put star cores into the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda. 9 small star cores are placed on each floor. Shui Shengxiang saw the star cores appearing one after another in their layers, and knew that they were all brought in by Chen Shang from outside, which also shocked them. They know that the space they are in is not small, but it is not particularly large, and they think that seeing a very empty area in the distance is illusory. However, it is really big now, and it can accommodate those star cores floating in the air. 9 giant star cores floated in the air, making Shui Shengxiang and the others admire and shock. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing have taken away more than 1,000 star cores one after another. As long as no one stops them, he can continue to take them away. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5163, Overlord Retreats. The Holy Land of the Hell-Blood Celestial Clan is huge, with tens of thousands of star nuclei. After Chen Shang took away more than 1,000, the ground is still full of giant star nuclei. Chen Shang had discovered before that, even though the battle here was very fierce and all kinds of violent waves of divine energy were generated, they couldn't hurt those star cores. The star nuclei of the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan Holy Land were all the star nuclei of the Great Star Spirit era. The stars of that era were all very powerful, so the core quality was extremely high, and it was not comparable to the star cores of these stars now. Therefore, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing should take as many star cores as possible no matter what. Brother, the star core of the Great Star Spirit era is different. The energy inside is too strong. Little Jing's sister exclaimed, we have to try to get as much as possible. This should be the last batch of star nuclei of the Great Star Spirit era in Yanyu. Chen Shang said, there should also be a batch of other 9 regions. Whoever masters these star cores will be able to become the overlord of a region in the future. Chen Shang was very excited when he thought about it, so he had to take away more star cores. If the Temple of Time or the demonized Prison Blood Celestial Clan gets it, the consequences will be disastrous. Sister Xiaojing has begun to stimulate the energy of this ancient star core in the 6 Paths Divine Mirror. The energy of the ancient star core is really powerful, and the 6-path divine mirror can be used to charge the star core faster. The divine mirror of 6 paths doesn't need to get bigger now, just release a burst of space energy to cover the star core, and then move it into the divine mirror of 6 paths. In this way, Chen Shang can hide the 6 paths divine mirror, and he can also hide it, so it won't be so conspicuous. That's great. Chen Shang was very excited. He had expected to be able to charge dozens of star cores, which was not bad. Later, he charged more than 1,000, and he felt that it was enough, and he was about to stop. Unexpectedly, after the energy of the star core was stimulated by little sister Xiaojing, it was so powerful that he could easily collect the star core. At least 10,000 star cores must be taken away. Xiaojing's younger sister was ambitious and said with a smile, brother, let them fight, let's hurry up and collect the star cores. After collecting a star core, Chen Shang immediately teleported to another star core, and then continued to charge. The number of star cores in the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan Holy Land is decreasing with the naked eye. The 3 major overlords and many elders, as well as the powerhouses of the Temple of Time, have also noticed the seriousness of this problem. It's just that they are all suspicious of each other now. On the side of the 3 overlords, it is suspected that the Temple of Time is collecting star cores. On the other side of the Temple of Time, it was suspected that the 3 overlords were charging, so they fought more intensely. 2 days passed, Chen Shang found that there were more and more cracks in the space, and reinforcements were sent from the 2nd floor of Tianghu Purgatory. Because the Temple of Time believes that the 3 overlords are rapidly plundering the star core here, they must speed up to defeat the 3 overlords. As long as the 3 overlords are here, the Temple of Time cannot safely take away the star core. Even the Temple of Time from the 2nd floor of Tianghu Purgatory did not have the sky-defying ability of Chen Shang to quickly take out the star core. Therefore, the Temple of Time is very shocked. Why do the 3 major hegemonic forces have this ability? The 3 major hegemonic forces are not surprised. They feel that the Temple of Time on the 2nd floor has the ability to quickly take away the star core. Facing the reinforcements of the Temple of Time, the bigger the 3 hegemons are, the more difficult it will be. After all, they are all kinds of monsters from the 2nd floor. Those monsters are endless, and they are all creatures of the Tianghu Star Clan, and a large number of prison blood, ethnic descendants. The 3 major hegemonic forces are all living people, and they are all the ones at the bottom of the power. The 3 hegemonic forces are very clear that they cannot lose too many people, so they only sent some less important disciples to consume them. They have to retain enough powerful disciples to deal with the next changes in the situation. Like Shui Shengxiang and the others, they are not very good. If they die, they will die. The 3 major overlords will not feel distressed, and they cannot shake the foundation of the 3 major overlords. As a result, the 3 major overlords have hit the present, and they can only retreat. Even the 3 major overlords can't stop them now. There are too many powerhouses besieging them. There are only 3 of them. If they fight, they will be injured. If they are injured, that is a major event. The Holy Land of the Prison Blood Celestial Clan belongs to a special space, so people on the 2nd floor can come here to fight unscrupulously. The forces sent there are not the strongest ones, and most of them are cannon fodder. If the three major hegemonic forces are exhausted, they can't afford it. It didn't take long for the three overlords to run away, taking a group of elders and disciples and fleeing the place in embarrassment. The Temple of Time is victorious, they have taken this holy place. And Chen Shang is still continuing his actions. The Temple of Time and the three major overlord forces have been fighting for more than 10 days, and Chen Shang has also taken away more than 10,000 star cores. He also knew that the three major overlord forces were retreating, but he was reluctant to bear the large number of star cores here. There are a large number of star nuclei of the Great Star Spirit era inside the Six Paths Divine Mirror. As long as one such ancient star core is stimulated, the Six Paths Divine Mirror can have extremely strong energy. After careful consideration, Sister Xiaojing and Chen Shang decided to stay, because their Divine Mirror of Six Paths now relies on the power of the ancient star core and has the strength to fight against the Temple of Time, so they are not afraid. Taking one star core can weaken the Temple of Time by 1 point, so Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing were reluctant to give up. Brother, we are not weak now. The Six Paths Divine Mirror is running at full strength, and we can fight them a dozen times. Sister Xiaojing said. And we are hiding now. As long as they can't find us, we can continue to wander here. As long as Chen Shang hid in the Tianquan space, and then urged the Divine Mirror of Six Paths to release its super powerful spatial power to cover the star core could be moved into the interior of the Divine Mirror of Six Paths. This method was very heaven-defying. The Holy Land of the Hell-Blood Celestial Clan is so vast, and the star cores are all over the ground. Chen Shang is alone, it is too easy to play hide-and-seek with them. The three hegemonic forces ran away, but the Temple of Time found that the star cores in the Holy Land were still decreasing. There is always a sudden burst of strong spatial fluctuations, and then a star core disappears instantly. The powerhouses of the Temple of Time were dumbfounded. They immediately believed that although the three major overlords retreated, the plundering of the star core did not end. How did these guys do it? Is there no sign of such a powerful space force erupting in an instant? An old man from the Temple of Time said in surprise. The space power is condensed internally by the Six Paths Divine Mirror, and it stimulates the 9-star nuclei to inject energy into the 9 treasures Divine Air Array. This can break out a stable space power faster, and can instantly move the star core in. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5164, Hell-Blood Demon. The Temple of Time has sent people to look for people hiding in the dark, and is also discussing countermeasures to prevent the star core from being taken away. In addition, the Temple of Time sent a huge palace suspended in the air, illuminating the star core, casting a strong white light to cover the star core, and then taking the star core away. They also put the star core into a storage space, but the speed was much slower than that of Chen Shang, and they used a huge palace in the sky to motivate the space divine power to collect it. Chen Shang took a star core and immediately teleported away, or hid in the Tianquan space to prevent others from tracking it. He entered the Tianquan space, controlled the Tianquan space to move for a while, and then came out to another star core, and then the Six-Path Divine Mirror burst into space divine power, locked the star core and moved away instantly. The Temple of Time was also racing against time to take away the star cores. Their speed was too slow. Chen Shang took 100 and they took a few. The high-level officials of the Temple of Time are scolding their mothers, because if this goes on, even if they drive away the three major hegemonic forces, it will be meaningless. They ran away the three major overlords to prevent the three major overlord forces from obtaining the star core, and at the same time to allow their time temple to dominate the star core. However, now, they are watching the star core rapidly decrease, but there is nothing they can do. The star core is not only huge, but also of amazing quality, which means that the space to accommodate the star core must be strong enough, and the space power to move the star core must also be strong enough. After Chen Zhang's Divine Mirror of Six Paths has a large number of star cores, Sister Xiaojing can use those star cores to build a more solid and powerful space inside the Divine Mirror of Six Paths, so that more star cores can be accommodated. In this aspect, Chen Shang is far ahead of the Temple of Time. Brother, they are sending more and more guys. Sister Xiaojing said, these guys are very annoying. The Temple of Time sent a large number of people to patrol around each star core, and also placed a kind of rune on the star core. If someone takes away the star core, then the star core will come into contact with the space divine power, and the divine rune will burst out with a power that interferes with space. There are a lot of those kinds of runes at the Temple of Time, so every time Chen Shang wanted to make a move, he had to use the white tiger Jingyu fan to blow away the runes attached to it, and then act. This also caused the powerhouses of the Temple of Time to know in advance, and then teleported hundreds of them, and they worked together to disrupt the space divine power near the star core, preventing Chen Shang from succeeding. Chen Shang can't succeed in an instant now, and he has often interfered so that he can't change the star core target. Sister Jing, let's pause first. Chen Shang said. I have a plan. Every time the Temple of Time collects the star core, it takes some time, right? Yes, they are too dishy, they are not as neat as us, said Sister Xiaojing. When they collect the star core, we enter the inside of the star core. Then we enter the storage space where they place the star core with the star core. Chen Shang said. There must be a very large inside of that divine sculpture of time. A special space for storing star cores. Chen Shang planned to sneak in, and then loot the star core inside. This is a good way, we can try it. Little Jing's sister giggled. When they are about to collect the star core, we will take it away in one go, and it is estimated that it will make them mad. It is still the bad brother. Hee, then let's get started. Chen Shang said with a smile. The divine mirror of 6 paths can easily take away the massive star core, and it is also easy to bring Chen Shang into the interior of the star core. Chen Shang easily mixed into a star core, and this star core was being collected by the Temple of Time. The huge palace suspended in the air illuminates the star core with white light. After a period of time, the space around the star core fluctuates, and then it is moved away. The Temple of Time has also discovered that the number of star cores here has not decreased, indicating that their efforts have been successful, but they still did not relax their vigilance, and they also sent more people to patrol. Chen Shang has successfully mixed into the space of the Temple of Time to collect star cores. There are more than 1,000 star cores placed in the vast white area, all of which were collected by the Temple of Time. We can wait here for a while, Sister Xiaojing said. When they're almost finished, they'll take it away. Chen Shang and little Sister Xiaojing counted. There are more than 15,000 star cores in the 6 paths divine mirror. This is a lot, it can make Chen Shang walk sideways in the flame domain. After the Temple of Time obtained the star core, they also began to use the power of the star core to enhance their space power in order to collect the star core faster. Chen Shang waited for more than 10 days. There are more than 10,000 star cores in the space of the Temple of Time. Because of the need to save space, the star cores here are densely packed together, which is more convenient for Chen Shang to collect quickly. Sister Xiaojing estimates that there are still 30,000 to 40,000 star cores outside, so there is no rush to start action now, and you can wait for the Temple of Time to charge more. Another few days have passed. There are 15,000 star cores, as many as us, said Sister Xiaojing. Let's wait, Chen Shang said. Originally, Sister Xiaojing also planned to wait, but suddenly sensed a very terrifying spatial fluctuation from outside. Could it be that the prison blood celestial clan is here? Sister Xiaojing exclaimed. Brother, let's start now. Sister Xiaojing has long been ready to form a large space array through multiple star nuclei. The divine mirror of 6 paths becomes very large, suspended at a high place, and then irradiated to the star core. The star core will be instantly collected into the divine mirror of 6 paths. The divine mirror of 6 paths flew around these star nuclei before taking them all away. Run, Chen Shang said in shock. There is a situation. The people in the Temple of Time also quickly noticed that something was wrong, and immediately sent more than 1,000 strong people in. Chen Shang also hurriedly hid in the heavenly jade space, and then jumped from the heavenly jade space to the holy place outside. The storage space of the Temple of Time was just evacuated. And after Chen Shang came to the holy land of the prison blood celestial clan, he found a blood red outside. There was a large group of burly people suspended in the air. They were wearing black armor, and they were spraying violent evil spirits. Their eyes glowed red, and their long dark red hair fluttered, and they were full of murderous aura. This is Prison Blood Celestial Clan. Chen Shang was terrified, because this group of people was really too strong, and there were a lot of them. The space of the Prison Blood Celestial Clan Holy Land has been torn apart, and Chen Shang immediately flew towards the space crack. At this time, the Temple of Time wanted to retreat to the 2nd floor, but a group of Hell Blood Celestials flew over to surround it. The vibration space around the Temple of Time fluctuated, and the people of the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan were shaken out. A large number of Prison Blood Celestials were cracked by the shock, but their injuries recovered quickly. This group of things is horrible. Chen Shang saw a large number of powerful time cultivators being swallowed alive by the prison blood celestial clan, and they died tragically. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5165, Blood Power. Chen Shang now understands why Shui Shengxiang and the others told Chen Shang to leave as soon as possible, because they all know what the scene will be like when the prison blood heaven clansmen arrive. He is now also telling Shui Shengxiang and Narcissus about the situation of the Holy Land. They are all hell-blood heavenly demons. Narcissus sighed. The hell-blood heavenly clan finally turned into this. That group of time monks is not weak, and it is difficult to kill, even they can't stop the blood demon. Chen Shang just saw a prison blood demon, easily tearing it apart and swallowing more than a dozen time cultivators. The hell-blooded demon can smash through the bodies of multiple time cultivators with one fist, and at the same time inject his own purgatory blood into the time cultivator, and then control the expansion of the purgatory blood, tearing the time cultivator's body to pieces. In the end, the hell-blood demon went over to devour it quickly, and the process made the scalp numb. Chen Shang flew to the space crack. He just wanted to get away from this place quickly, don't be targeted by those powerful prison blood demons. Boom! There was a sudden explosion from the Holy Land. Chen Shang looked back and saw a glare of light flashing out, and then a super strong energy shock wave spread rapidly. The space around the Holy Land was torn apart. Then, the explosions continued one after another. Brother, there is a star core explosion. It should be what the Temple of Time used to detonate those star cores. Sister Xiaojing exclaimed. The star nucleus was detonated, the power is amazing. Chen Shang stood on the divine mirror of six paths. If it wasn't for the protection of the divine mirror of six paths, he would probably be torn apart by that scorching and violent energy. What terrified Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing was that the group of prison blood demons near the area where the star nucleus exploded was not killed. After the explosion, there was still a strong fog of energy shrouding the Holy Land. Chen Shang used his mind to penetrate the fog, and he could see a large number of blood-colored skeletons running and roaring in the Holy Land. The bones and soul of the prison blood demon are still there, but the flesh and blood are gone. Their skeletons are thick and they look bloody. The Temple of Time continues to detonate the star core, and they don't want to leave what they can't get to others. Now, although they hate the hell blood demon, they hate the person who stole their star core even more. They obviously got more than 10,000 star cores, but they were transferred away in a short period of time. When the high-level people in the Temple of Time learned about this, they were about to explode. Chen Shang flew away from the Holy Land and came outside. The divine mirror of six paths quickly made a space jump and rushed back to Tiangusheng. On the way, Chen Shang informed Huang Jintian of the situation of the Holy Land. Then he asked Huang Jintian to tell Ling Shu, so that the elders of the Star Spirit clan would also know about it. Huang Jintian then informed the members of the Tiangu Star Alliance. This is a big deal. The three hegemonic forces were defeated and lost to the Temple of Time, but the Temple of Time was finally defeated by the prison blood demon. None of these three forces can be provoked by the Tiangu Star Alliance, and each of them is stronger than the other. If they target the Tiangu Star, the problem will be serious. Chen Shang also didn't know what would happen to the remaining 2,000 or 3,000 star cores in the Holy Land. In short, the Temple of Time was still detonating. And Chen Shang himself got more than 30,000 star cores. He didn't tell Huang Jintian about this. Because the stakes are very important, if there is an inner ghost in the Star Spirit clan, Chen Shang will be finished, and the entire Sky Ancient Star Alliance will be implicated. Chen Shang trusted Huang Jintian very much. He told Huang Jintian not to tell Ling Shu that he was hanging out in the Holy Land. Huang Jintian also agreed to Chen Shang, saying that the reason why he knew what happened in the Holy Land was that he had calculated it by himself using Tianyan technique. Huang Jintian's Tianyan technique can calculate the future and what is happening, and Ling Shu also knows it. Therefore, Huang Jintian is very important in the Tiangu Star Alliance. After all, he can predict the future. Huang Jintian guessed that Chen Shang must have caught a lot in the Holy Land, so he didn't tell Ling Shu, for fear of being known by the Star Spirit race. Chen Shang is now starting to worry about the inner ghosts of the Protoss, because the Protoss has been on the second floor for many years, and it is unavoidable to have an intersection with the Temple of Time. Maybe the Temple of Time has an inner ghost inside the Protoss. Chen Shang returned to the Six Paths Ancient Star, and the Shui Shengxiang and Narcissus Ying were released from the inner core space. They are now the eldest sisters of the more than 1,000 Shuishanmen female disciples, because they let Chen Shang save those girls, and they were the first to contact Chen Shang, and they had a good relationship with Chen Shang. So those women are willing to accept their leadership. If it was before, when Narcissus came out of Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, she would definitely tease Chen Shang, but now her beautiful face is very serious, so is Shui Shangxiang. This is all because of the prison blood demon, which makes them sleepless. Prison blood demons and the others are like nightmares. Don't worry, I will take you in. Before you have no good place to go, you can follow me. Chen Shang said. Shui Shangxiang and Narcissus Ying didn't know Chen Shang, but in their eyes, Chen Shang was an existence that could rival the three major overlords. Chen Shang was even stronger than the three major overlords in some respects, because the three major overlords didn't get a single star core, but Chen Shang got it. Of course, on the floor of the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower where Shui Shangxiang and Shui Xianying are located, Chen Shang only stuffed 9 star cores. They didn't know that Chen Shang still had more than 30,000 in the 6 Paths Divine Mirror. Shui Shangxiang and the others only knew that Chen Shang had obtained 9 star cores, and in their eyes, they were much stronger than the 3 overlords. Brother Shen, the Hell-Blood Heavenly Demon was once the Hell-Blood Heavenly Clan. To destroy these Hell-Blood Heavenly Demons, there is only the Hell-Blood Heavenly Clan. Shui Xianying shook his head gently. We all have the blood of the Hell-Blood Heavenly Clan in our bodies, although it is very thin, but it may also inspire more bloodline power, so Hell-Blood Demon will definitely drive us out, or eat us up. Follow me, you won't be discovered by them. Chen Shang comforted. But we will face them sooner or later. Shui Shangxiang sighed. Brother Shen, our bloodline strength can restrain the blood demon. But our bloodline is too weak. Chen Shang closed his eyes, recalling those prison blood demons. He also had a headache. If he was entangled by a large group, it is hard to say whether he could handle it. If Shui Shangxiang and their bloodlines are strong enough, if they encounter a large number of ***** blood demons, they can also go out and block. The Temple of Time should be more worried about this kind of thing. Chen Shang said. If the first floor falls, they on the second floor will definitely not be much better. So let's wait and see what they will do. Quote, we will find a way to make the bloodline stronger. If Brother Shen faces the Hell Blood Demon, we will be able to help. Shui Shangxiang said. Don't be too reluctant, Chen Shang said with a smile. There is no need for you to face the Hell Blood Demon. Brother Shen, you don't know anything. In fact, it is our ultimate destiny to die in battle with the Hell Blood Demon. Said Shui Xianying, we have already made preparations, and we are not afraid of death. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5166, Protoss Core. Chen Shang has also seen that they are not afraid of death, so he has no doubts about this. I know you are not afraid of death, but even if you want to die, you can't die for nothing, right? Chen Shang said. So you must become stronger, then face your fate, and then challenge your fate. If it wasn't for Chen Zhang's rescue before, they could be said to have died in a very humiliating way, and they would have been humiliated in various ways before dying, so they were very grateful to Chen Shang for saving them. We have to hurry up to stimulate stronger bloodline power. Only the bloodline power in our body can fight the Hell Blood Demon. Narcissus Ying clenched her fists and said with determination. Sister Ying, let's start now. Shui Shangxiang was also high-spirited. Afterwards, Chen Shang sent them back to the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, and asked Sister Xiaojing to activate the star core inside, so that they could absorb the energy of the star core to cultivate. Brother, you can't interfere in their affairs now. But you can pay attention and chat with them from time to time to learn about the bloodline power of the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan. Sister Xiaojing said. The Prison Blood Heavenly Clan is so strong, I'm sure it's because of that bloodline power. I see. Chen Shang can be considered to have arranged the group of women temporarily, but thinking that they will face that kind of terrifying prison blood demon in the future, he feels somewhat reluctant. Huang Jintian suddenly contacted Chen Shang and received news. Boy, the Heavenly Ancient Star Alliance just held a meeting. After they knew about the Hell Blood Heavenly Demon, they attached great importance to it. Huang Jintian said, we met an elder of the Star Spirit clan. Oh, when you were in the meeting, a clan elder attended. Chen Shang was a little surprised, and being able to show those ancient Star Spirit clan elders showed that they also attached great importance to this matter. Yes, they told us that the most important thing right now is to protect Tiangushing. If Tiangushing falls, everyone will be doomed, Huang Jintian said. Master, the elders of the Protoss can't interfere too much in the matters of the first floor, otherwise they will be punished by heaven. Chen Shang said. But they can provide a lot of resources to help you. Has the Protoss provided any support now? How can you help? Yes, they have provided us with a lot of resources before. As well as various materials for refining alchemy, they are quite generous. Huang Jintian smiled. In short, I am very satisfied. But you can't improve your strength in a short period of time. All you have to do is to protect Tianghu Xing. And there are a lot of from the Temple of Time on Tianghu Xing, these guys will only make trouble. You must hurry up and take them out. Destroy it, Chen Shang said. It's so good, I'll talk to them. Huang Jintian thought about it and said, they should have a way to make us stronger quickly. After all, the current situation is so chaotic, if we don't have enough strength, Tianghu the Covenant will be destroyed soon. Chen Shang felt that the Star Spirit clan must have reservations, or perhaps they did not go all out to support the Heavenly Ancient Star Alliance. The Protoss are very large on the second floor, and they should be secretly connected with other first-floor forces. It is difficult to know what the specific situation is. When the Star Spirits were in the Great Star Spirit era, they were once brilliant and strong. After they went to the second floor, although they were suppressed, their strength was still very strong in the first floor. Chen Shang then contacted Ling Shu again. Good disciple, have you made any big moves from the Star Spirit race? Let's be honest, our Tianghu Star Alliance is too weak now. Not to mention the Hellblood Heavenly Demon, even in the face of a powerful ancient force, you must be able to beat it. Chen Shang wanted to test it out from Ling Shu. Master, the elders of the clan are discussing. They are deciding whether to support you on a deeper level. Ling Shu also told the truth. Then how is the negotiation going now? Chen Shang was not surprised, because he had long guessed that the Star Spirit race's support for the Sky Ancient Star Alliance was not comprehensive enough. If the clan elders discuss the results, then it is very likely that you will be allowed to enter the inner cultivation of the Star Spirit Sacred Core. Ling Shu was a little excited and said, I can also go in when the time comes. You know, entering the Astral Spirit Sacred Nucleus cultivation, not only can you improve your strength and cultivation in a short period of time, but you can also make your body stronger. The holy nucleus of the Star Spirit, is it inside the Tianghu Star? Chen Shang asked. The one on Tianghu Xing is just a very ordinary star core. The Star Spirit Sacred Core uses the star core of Tianghu Star as the entrance, and then enters into the Star Spirit Sacred Core. I don't know where the Star Spirit Sacred Core is, only you need to use the star core as the entrance to travel through space to get there. Ling Shu said. I hope they can let everyone enter the Celestial Core to cultivate. Otherwise, it is impossible to fight against the Blood Demon. The Temple of Time can't stop that terrible thing. Everything here, Chen Shang is very worried about this. Yeah, if the Shanao clan encounters them, it won't be able to stop them for long. Ling Shu sighed helplessly. Shanao is such a huge body, but they can't stop it for a long time when they encounter the Hell Blood Demon. There are a lot of prison blood demons, and they are very powerful, and they have a very strong ability to swallow and digest. If the prison blood demons besieged Shanao in groups, they might be able to eat Shanao very quickly. Chen Shang waited for a few days at the Six Paths Ancient Star, and finally there was news from Ling Shu. Master, the clan elders have determined that the prison blood demon is very strong. So they decided to let the Tianghu Star Alliance select some people to enter the cultivation of the Star Spirit Holy Nucleus. Ling Shu said. Also, the clan elders will also send out some Protoss, enter the star cores inside other stars. We have to start controlling the rotation of the stars. The Hell Blood Demon seems to be devouring the stars too. It's really necessary to protect the stars around the Sky Ancient Star. Chen Shang felt relieved immediately. If the Protoss takes action, the pressure on their Tianghu Star Alliance will not be so great. If the Heavenly Ancient Star is destroyed, the Heavenly Ancient Star Alliance can only transfer to the Six Paths of Ancient Stars. Chen Shang came to the World-Defying Temple and was in the secret room with Huang Jintian. Huang Jintian is using Tianyan technique to predict the future of the prison blood demon. After several days of tossing and turning, after Huang Jintian's vitality was drained, he finally predicted useful news. Chen Shang took out the Purgatory Holy Marrow and Purgatory Blood Fruit to help Huang Jintian regain his vitality. Master, how is the situation? Chen Shang asked. The Hell Blood Demons got a lot of star cores. They took control of the Holy Land and turned the Holy Land into a large piece of land. They rampaged in the Flaming Realm, specifically to destroy and swallow the stars. Huang Jintian shook his head and sighed. The current Tianghu Xing, I can't stop them at all. Before they come, I hope Tianghu Xing can have a strong enough defense. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5167, Heavenly Demon Space Gate. What Chen Shang is worried about now is that before the Hell-Blood Heavenly Demon arrives, the Temple of Time will destroy the Heavenly Ancient Star first. Master, you still have to guard against the Temple of Time now. Chen Shang said. These guys lost in the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan Holy Land, I wonder if they will do anything crazy. In the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan Holy Land, it was the Temple of Time on the second floor who fought against the demons. No one knew how much they were related to the Temple of Time on the first floor. But what is certain is that the Temple of Time on the first floor will definitely cause all kinds of confusion at this juncture. Yeah, the asterisk from the Temple of Time were also shriveled in Tianghu Xing before. They must have found that Tianghu Xing is good. The ghost knows what actions they will do next to Tianghu Xing. Huang Jintian was also very worried. The matter of resisting the Temple of Time can be left to the Heavenly Ancient Star Spirit Clan. They sent Shenao to destroy the huge Temple of Time. They can block the Temple of Time. Chen Shang said. Huang Jintian nodded and said, what we have to do now is to enter the sacred core of the Star Spirit and then improve the cultivation base first. Chen Shang left the world-defying temple, he returned to the Six-Path Ancient Star, and then controlled the Six-Path Ancient Star to speed up and fly in one direction. In the past, the six ancient stars were slowly flying towards the Tianghu Star, but now Chen Shang has a new direction. In the direction where the six ancient stars flew, there are more stars there, and it is an area where huge stars are densely populated. The reason why he wanted to go to that area was that he thought that the Hell-Blood Demon or the Temple of Time could possibly go there. Even the three major overlords may go to occupy that area, because there are the most stars there. Although in that area, the distance between the stars is still relatively far, but compared to other places, it is a dense area of AA stars, and at a glance, they are all shining huge stars. Because there are a large number of star cores inside the Six Paths Divine Mirror, the ability of the Six Paths Divine Mirror is getting stronger and stronger. After Chen Shang released the Divine Mirror of Six Paths, Sister Xiaojing controlled the Divine Mirror of Six Paths to excite waves of space waves, and she could draw out the stars and know the locations of the stars in a large area. Because the flame field is very large, the space wave excited by the Six-Path Mirror needs to be transmitted for a long time, and it needs to continuously release the space wave in order to promote wave after wave to spread to the distance. This is very energy intensive, that is, because there are a lot of star cores now, Xiaojing's sister can do this. Sister Xiaojing is now trying to spread the space wave to the entire flame domain. If it goes well, she will be able to master the star map of the entire flame domain in a short time. When the Six Paths Divine Mirror is flying, every time the space wave that is excited, consumes more energy every time, and the space wave is also stronger every time. Therefore, the Divine Mirror of Six Paths needs to keep changing places. If it stays in the same place for too long, if it is sensed by other powerhouses, it will come over. By releasing the space wave, Sister Xiaojing was able to gradually see the size of the flame domain, and was deeply shocked. Sister Jing, how big is the flame domain? How many stars have you detected now? Chen Shang asked. The ancient star of the Six Paths has already been invisible, and is slowly flying towards the dense area of AA stars, while Chen Shang is on the Divine Mirror of the Six Paths, jumping around with the Divine Mirror of the Six Paths. It's very big, it's at least tens of thousands of times bigger than our previous world-defying universe. Sister Xiaojing said. Just that kind of huge stars, I don't know how many billions there are. Ah, the flame domain is so big. Chen Shang was shocked. It seems that we don't have to worry about the Prison Blood Demon and the Temple of Time for the time being. Even if they are very powerful, even if their number is very large, they will not be able to occupy the entire flame domain in a short period of time. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. You must know that Sister Xiaojing has not fully grasped the star map of the entire Yanyu. The current Tianghu Purgatory will no longer be controlled by any party. After the era of the Great Star Spirit, the stars of the Tianghu Purgatory may have their own ideas. Chen Shang looked at a huge star nearby. Although these huge stars do not have powerful star cores, they are very numerous. Brother, in the era of the great star spirit, there should be very few stars. There were few stars at that time, but there should be a powerful star core inside each star. Sister Xiaojing guessed. And now the stars, although there are no powerful star cores, but the number is many times greater than that of the year. It seems that the stars of the ancient purgatory have found a new way of evolution. Chen Shang rubbed his chin and thought. Yes, in this way, as long as there are enough stars and they are big enough, they will not be controlled by any ethnic group. Sister Xiaojing said. Even if it is the Hell Blood Demon or the Temple of Time, they can only occupy an area. They occupied hundreds of millions of stars, but there are still hundreds of millions of stars in the flame domain, and it is still increasing. Tianghu Purgatory is expanding, such as Daishan, Tianghu Time and Space, and Aoshi Cosmos, all of which have been integrated into it, but the distance is too far, so they can't contact them now. Tianghu Xing is too special, so it will definitely be targeted. This is what Chen Shang is more worried about. I think the Protoss will do their best to keep the Skygu star. After all, they are Protoss. If they want to mix up on the first floor, they have to resist, otherwise no one wants to mix with them. Xiao Jing said the sister. Sister Jing, have you touched the edge of the flame domain now? Chen Shang asked. I'm not sure. If Yanyu has its own space wall, then the space wave I released has not touched the space wall yet. If it doesn't, it's not clear. Sister Xiao Jing said. Chen Shang looked at the mirror surface of the Six Paths Divine Mirror, and the star map displayed was constantly getting bigger. There were many light spots as fine as particles on the star map, and there were countless densely packed, each of which was a star. Can we teleport to any location on the star map? Chen Shang asked. It's okay in most cases. Sister Xiao Jing said. The location of the Six Paths Divine Mirror was marked with red light spots. When he saw the densely packed stars, he felt a headache because he didn't know where to send it. How about going to the holy place before? Chen Shang asked. Can you teleport to the vicinity? It should be possible, Sister Xiaojing said. Try it. The 6 divine mirrors began to absorb the energy of the star core, and then made a space jump. The current 6 Paths Divine Mirror does not need to jump multiple times, because the energy is strong enough, it can be done once. Chen Shang waited for a while. The process of traveling through the space was a little long. This was different from the past. Before, it was possible to get there in an instant. When the divine mirror of 6 paths appeared near the Holy Land, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing were both stunned. The tens of thousands of star nuclei in that place are suspended in the void, forming a circle and then releasing energy. A large formation is being formed. Sister Xiaojing exclaimed. Do they want to open the door to space? Connect to other domains. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5168, Reincarnation Tianmen. Countless hell blood demons are flying around each star core, and some hell blood demons will land on the star core and get in. There are many small holes on the star core, which should be excavated by the prison blood demons. They live in the star core and are absorbing the energy of the star core. Tens of thousands of star nuclei form a huge circle and are releasing energy. It will take some time for them to open the door of space, and I don't know where it will be connected after opening it. Sister Xiaojing frowned and said, Brother, I always feel that when the prison blood celestial clan was wiped out, there is another secret. Although this group of prison blood demons are very bloodthirsty, they are showing great discipline now. They are heavily guarded and are guarding the gate of space, plus there are so many of them, it is difficult to rush through and destroy the gate of space. I think so too. Chen Shang looked at the huge space gate, secretly fearful in his heart, and said, Sister Jing, I suspect, their space gate is not connected to other domains, but to a certain place. Where would it be? Sister Xiaojing is also a little scared at the moment, because the overall strength of the hell blood demon is too strong, and currently there is no force that can stop them. Chen Shang entered the Tianshuan space, then took out the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, and released Shuixianying and Shushangxiang. They are all from the 3 major hegemonic forces, and they have the blood of the Hell Blood Heavenly Clan in their bodies, and they are considered descendants of the Hell Blood Heavenly Clan. Chen Shang told them about the gate of space. Shui Shengxiang just shook her head, she didn't know what was going on, while Shui Xianying frowned, as if she was thinking about something. Sister Ying, do you know something? Chen Shang hurriedly asked, then took Narcissus Ying's hand. Yeah, Narcissus just nodded lightly. What's the situation then? Shui Shengxiang hurriedly asked. Specifically, I don't know much. I just remember that the old man in the library told me that this kind of gate composed of star cores is called the Gate of Reincarnation. Shui Xianying shook his head and said, I have read a lot of ancient books, I just have a vague guess. Tell me, Chen Shang said. Narcissus looked at Chen Shang with a hint of fear in her eyes, then she clenched Chen Zhang's hand and threw herself into Chen Zhang's arms. It could be seen that she was afraid in her heart. Brother Shen, I'm very scared. Narcissus shrank in Chen Zhang's arms, her delicate body was trembling. Don't be afraid, I can protect you. Chen Shang said, kissing her forehead. When I was in the library of the Five Elements Town Prison Sect, I read many ancient books, and some of the older generation made various speculations about the origin of the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan. Shui Xianying leaned into Chen Zhang's arms and said, they think that the Prison Blood, the ancestors of the Celestial Clan, are Time Celestials. Time God. Chen Shang frowned. Shui Shengxiang also listened quietly, which is also very shocking to her. Yeah, it's a group of people that time turns into. This group of people controls time, observes everything running under time, and they never intervene in anything. But then there was time to break this iron law. And it got out of hand, and finally Time Day. There are two factions within people. One faction wants to intervene in time, which is also the later Temple of Time. The other faction does not interfere with everything under time, and wants to stop the Temple of Time. Then, the Temple of Time wins. Then the other faction of time gods will be thrown into the ancient purgatory. The so-called ancient purgatory is the starting point of time. The Temple of Time has been chasing time. Chen Shang could roughly understand some key things and said, that is to say, the Prison Blood Celestial Clan is a time celestial. Not bad. It's not quite accurate. The earliest time gods should be the Sky Ancient Star Spirit race. Later, the Temple of Time intervened, forcing the end of the Great Star Spirit era, and then the Prison Blood era appeared. Said Narcissus Ying. Then the current Prison Blood Heavenly Demon, what kind of existence is it? Chen Shang frowned and said, according to the speculation of your three major hegemonic forces, the Hell Blood Heavenly Demon is formed by absorbing a large amount of the resentment of the Prison Blood Heavenly Clan, and will only all kinds of destruction, right? The Hell Blood Devil wants to break everything they have held for many years. They used to not interfere with time, but now, after they incarnated into the Hell Blood Devil, they decided to interfere with time. Said Narcissus, the one they made is space and time. The gate of time and space formed. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing were shocked by this. The gate of time and space. What is the Hell Blood Demon going to release? Then what are they planning to do? They have been in this ancient purgatory, there is no other timeline in this place. Chen Shang hurriedly said, even if they want to interfere with the time, they can't start. I thought so too, but I now suspect that although the ancient purgatory is the starting point of time, this point can release the timeline in multiple directions. The Temple of Time, the direction they control, it should be the earliest timeline, and if you extend it, you will create the ancient time and space. The Prison Blood Celestial Clan. No, it should be the Star Spirit Clan back then. They should have discovered a new timeline, so they walked over there and left the heavenly ancient purgatory. I don't know what the time and space they walked out of. Kind of. What Narcissus said, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing couldn't accept it for a while. That is to say, there has always been a powerful time and space that is developing quietly, which is unknown to the Temple of Time. What they want to do now is to pull everything in that time and space in. And the time and time gods in that time and space don't want this. Said Narcissus. Speaking of which, this place will become a battlefield for the Time God and the Time Temple. Chen Shang took a deep breath. If this is the case, then the ancient purgatory will be destroyed, and there will be chaos for a period of time. Once the ancient purgatory is destroyed, time will cease to exist, and everything will perish. Narcissus is afraid of this. She is not afraid of death, but she is afraid that all this will be destroyed. Chen Shang also doesn't know if all the things that Shui Xianying said will happen, this is just her guess. However, only her guesses can explain what the Prison Blood Demon has done. The Prison Blood Demon is fed up with the Temple of Time, and is fed up with sticking to the Order of Time, so he has to pull the Heavenly Man back to fight against the Temple of Time. The Prison Blood Heavenly Clan is the descendant of the Time Heavenly Man. Now it is very painful after turning into the Hell Blood Heavenly Demon. They want to bring the Time Heavenly Man who escaped back to this place. Maybe only the Protoss knows whether such a thing will happen. Chen Shang intends to go to the inner core space of Tianguxing and ask Ling Shu. The Protoss have already acted before, which shows that they know the seriousness of the matter. The Protoss are also descendants of the time gods, and maybe they have ancient books that have been handed down there. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5169, Protoss Ambition. Before Chen Shang went to find Ling Shu, he went to the World-Defying Temple to find Huang Jintian, and then told Huang Jintian everything he had learned. After Huang Jintian heard it, he was greatly shocked, and then fell into deep thought. Master, can you calculate this matter? Chen Shang patted Huang Jintian, who was in a daze, and asked. There are too many things involved. With my current strength, I can't calculate it at all. Huang Jintian shook his head repeatedly, because this is a matter of another time and space, and I have never been in contact with that time and space. It is difficult to calculate that time and space out of thin air. Then do you think this guess is reliable? Chen Shang asked. He just said that a friend told him. He didn't say anything about Shui Xianying. Narcissus Ying and Shui Shengxiang, both in the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower at this time, worked very hard to cultivate, trying to find a way to stimulate the blood power in their bodies. They thought that their enemy would be the Hell Blood Demon, but later they learned that their enemy was the Temple of Time. I think it's reliable, Huang Jintian said, because when I was working on the matter of the prison blood demon, I found that there were many vague directions. Now when I combine them, it becomes much clearer. Then I'll go to Ling Shu and ask. Their Star Spirit clan must know a lot of things. Chen Shang was about to rush over, but was held back by Huang Jintian. Don't go. Let me go. I'll tell them. I figured it all out. Huang Jintian said solemnly. This matter is very important. If the Protoss wants to hide something, they might kill them. So let me go. That's even worse. Chen Shang also heard Huang Jintian talking about it, and realized that there is a great risk. Don't worry, I've been able to run for so long, and my ability to escape is not weaker than yours. Huang Jintian laughed a few times and said, just let me go and wait for my news. Huang Jintian immediately left the world-defying temple and went to the inner core space of Tianggu Xing. Chen Shang didn't tell Kai Lian and his father this kind of thing, because it was too important. He couldn't talk nonsense before he figured it out. Chen Shang paced back and forth in the secret living room in the world-defying temple, very anxiously waiting for news from Huang Jintian. After waiting for a long time, Huang Jintian finally came back. Master, nothing happened, right? Chen Shang hurriedly asked. Nothing happened. The Protoss also confirmed this, and they admitted that they are the descendants of the Chronos. Huang Jintian sighed. The Protoss are also a faction of the Chronos. How to say? Chen Shang asked. The Prison Blood Celestial clan is inherited from the Star Spirit clan. The Celestial Spirit clan was thinking of marching towards the 18th floor of the ancient purgatory, but when they entered the 2nd floor, they encountered a lot of resistance and then declined because of this. The Protoss and the original group of time gods have different opinions. The Protoss believe that their future is the mysterious 18th floor of the ancient purgatory. The time gods believe that they should open up a new timeline and get out of the way. A new dimension. The Star Spirit clan believes that as long as the Temple of Time still exists, even in a new time and space, it will be disrupted by the Temple of Time sooner or later. Entering the 18th floor of the ancient purgatory is a kind of experience. As long as you reach the 18th floor, you will be, if you can become strong, you can destroy the Temple of Time. Huang Jintian sat down and talked about the news he got from the Protoss. Chen Shang was silent after hearing this. The strength of the Star Spirit race is very strong. There is no need to question it, but they were blocked on the 2nd floor. This 2nd floor is too strong, right? Then what kind of reincarnation gate did the Hell Blood Heavenly Demon open? Really want to bring back the Time Heavenly Man? Chen Shang frowned and said, what kind of chaos will it be at that time? The Star Spirit clan thinks it's true. Because the Prison Blood Celestial clan has been building the kind of Samsara Heaven Gate back then, mainly to call back the heavenly humans of time. This is mainly through the resonance of the bloodline power, which is far away in other time and space. At the time of the same bloodline, heaven and man will be summoned back. Huang Jintian nodded. Ah, isn't that the time **** who was summoned back to scold his mother? Chen Shang thought of such a thing, and he was worried for the time god. It's not. When summoned, as long as the time gods don't resist the summoned time and space power, they can come back. If they don't want to, they can't be summoned. Huang Jintian said. Then this is very interesting. The time gods who are willing to come back must definitely want to compete with the time temple, or have other purposes. Chen Shang suddenly had some expectations. What was the strength of those time gods? The Protoss also expressed their attitude. They are not in the same group as the time heavens. They and time heavens have long since parted ways. The Protoss have their way to go, and his goal is to kill the first floor of time. The temple, then enter the 18th floor of the ancient purgatory, attack layer by layer, kill the time temple on each floor, and finally stand firm on the 18th floor. Huang Jintian said. What about the Hell Blood Demon? How do we need to deal with it? Will these guys be out of control? Chen Shang remembered that the prison blood demon is very cruel. I don't know. In short, the Star Spirit clan will defend Tiangusheng. Next, they will attack the Temple of Time here. Huang Jintian said. Tiangusheng will become a battlefield. If we lose, then we all have to leave the sky. Ji Yu Xing. It was right for Chen Shang to keep the 6 ancient stars away from the ancient stars. The fact that the celestial spirit race wants to compete for the heavenly ancient star means that the heavenly ancient star is very important, and the Temple of Time is also recruiting troops here, which also shows the particularity of the heavenly ancient star. If the Hell-Blood Heavenly Demon and the Time Heavenly Human were to come to compete for the heavenly ancient star, it would definitely become a very tragic battlefield. Both Chen Shang and Huang Jintian suddenly received news from Ling Shu, Kalian, Shen Tianyu and Blood Lord also received urgent news. After Chen Shang received the message, his face became very solemn, as did Huang Jintian. Because, the 3 hegemonic forces are rushing to Tianguxing. Which side do the 3 major hegemonic forces belong to? Or are they a faction of their own? Chen Shang had met them before, and he knew that their overall strength was very strong, and in the first floor of the heavenly ancient purgatory, it was a powerful force that could not be ignored. No matter which faction they are, when they come to Tianguxing, they have to abide by the rules here. If they want to ***** and occupy Tianguxing, they can only fight against them. Huang Jintian said, it depends on how the Star Spirit race responds. 3 overlords and join the Temple of Time. Chen Shang is most worried about this matter, although he has seen the 3 major overlords fighting against the Temple of Time before, but sometimes they can cooperate at any time for the sake of profit. I'll go to the meeting first. You don't have to go, you must stay away from the Protoss. Huang Jintian said, I'm worried that some of your stuff will be discovered by them. Huang Jintian knew that Chen Shang had taken away most of the star cores in the Holy Land. If the Star Spirit clan knew about it, they might let him hand them over. Although Chen Shang was a member of the Sky Ancient Star Alliance, Huang Jintian believed that the Star Spirit family was very rich and had a great family, so Chen Shang did not need to hand over the star nucleus. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5170, 1000 Core Transmission. Huang Jintian used the sky evolution technique to know the general situation in the Holy Land, and also knew that there were a large number of star cores. He still doesn't have enough ability to stimulate the power of the star core, so he didn't ask Chen Shang for it. Those star cores were all from the era of the Great Star Spirit era. Not only did they contain very powerful energy, but they were also very dangerous. If they were not well controlled, the star cores would also release very destructive energy. So Chen Shang didn't give it to the others in Star Nucleus, otherwise he would definitely give it to Shen Tianyu and Huang Jintian. Sister Xiaojing can suppress the star core through the 6-path divine mirror, and the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower can also suppress the star core, such as the Demon Soul Girl Country, or the World-Defying Temple, which does not yet have the ability to control the star core. Master, so far, we haven't come into contact with many celestial spirits. It's just Ling Shu, and those few clan elders. There should be a lot of celestial spirits, right? Chen Shang asked. That must be a lot. Back then, during the Great Star Spirit era, there were at least several star spirits inside each star. Although there were far fewer stars at that time than now, the number of stars is still uncountable. Later, those star spirits entered the 2nd floor. Even if they are killed a lot, they are still huge. Huang Jintian said. There are so many stars in Tiangu Purgatory now, and all kinds of stars are very huge. If the Protoss can use these stars for reproduction, what size will the Protoss be? Chen Shang felt terrified when he thought about it, and now he understands why during the Great Star Spirit era, the Star Spirit race could rule an era for so long. The Protoss haven't acted yet, so they should be concerned about the 1st floor's punishment. Huang Jintian said, the 1st floor has the 1st floor's Dao Law, and if they run out of the 2nd floor, it will definitely cause a lot of confusion, so restricted, and now it's up to them to break that restriction. There is a possibility that their strength should lie in their souls, and only their bodies are restricted, because their bodies have been tempered for many years, and after years of cultivation on the second floor, the energy they contain is not what the first floor can have. So if they want to come to the first floor, they can only come over with their souls, and then use the stars on the first floor to rebuild their bodies. Chen Shang thought that the only way for the Protoss to return to the first floor was this way. They are so interested in Tianguxing, it is very likely that they are interested in the blood of Tianguxing's purgatory. Huang Jintian patted his thigh and said, they will use Tianguxing's purgatory blood to reshape their bodies. Tianggu star is one of the few purgatory blood stars in the flame domain, and more purgatory blood is produced, and the quality is also excellent. If you want to quickly create a powerful body, you need to have a lot of purgatory blood. Master, Tianggu Xing can create the blood of purgatory, like a huge grinding disc, which can grind a powerful flesh and blood body into the blood of purgatory. Will the second layer star spirits sacrifice their powerful bodies? Sacrifice to Tianggu Xing? Chen Shang suddenly thought of this possibility. If this is the case, the celestial beings on the second floor will come to the first floor through Tianggu Xing, and then hand over their bodies to Tianggu Xing to make the blood of purgatory, and they will reshape their bodies through the blood of purgatory. To escape the punishment on the first floor. Huang Jintian exclaimed, so that's what they planned. It seems that they will definitely defend Tianggu Xing. Chen Shang said with a smile. In this case, they must intensify their efforts to attack the ancient powers such as the Temple of Time in Tianggu Xing, otherwise the plans of the Protoss will be in vain. Quote, I'll go to Tianguxing's inner core space to check the situation. Huang Jintian smiled and said, let's see if I can learn any useful information. Chen Shang and Huang Jintian didn't tell others about the things they discussed. After all, it's all their guesses and hasn't been verified yet. The Protoss tribe also successively received people selected by the members of the Tianggu Star Alliance and sent them into the mysterious Protoss Holy Core. Kalian and the two Ghost Queens also went. They went first to see how the effect was. The first group of people went to a total of more than 10,000 people. The Star Spirit Sacred Core is relatively small and can accommodate not many people. Ling Shu also said that in the future, the Star Spirit race will enter the first floor of the ancient purgatory one after another, and will create more Star Spirit Sacred Cores inside multiple stars, so that more people can be accommodated in the practice. Chen Shang doesn't know what the specific situation is, but he thinks that there should be a very strong creation force, coupled with the help of purgatory blood, and the power of reversing time, they can improve their cultivation in a short time. Chen Shang found a very empty place, far away from Tianggu Xing and those places of right and wrong, and then made the Six Paths Divine Mirror very huge. The current divine mirror of six paths can stimulate the energy of multiple star nuclei at the same time. Chen Shang wants to use these star nuclei energy to carry out space communication, and try to see if he can contact the Aoshi universe that has been integrated into it. If the world crowd universe is integrated into it, I don't know what form it will take. Is it shrinking into a star field, or merging into a huge star? Sister Jing, release all the power of the star core. Chen Shang said. Brother, I used space Yuanju to affect 1,000 star nuclei before, and turning those star nuclei into space star nuclei is specifically to release space power. Sister Xiaojing said. Then I specially use these space star nuclei to form a large space star core. Maybe just relying on these star nuclei, it is possible to penetrate into space at very long distances. Then give it a try. Chen Shang said. At this time, the divine mirror of six paths is like a giant land floating in the void, and there are thousands of star nuclei emerging on the mirror surface. At this time, it is not a problem to accommodate tens of thousands of star cores in the six paths divine mirror. After the 1,000 star cores came out, they formed a large formation under the control of little Sister Xiaojing. Start. Sister Xiaojing controlled the big array to open, and then swayed a super strong space wave. This space wave can be transmitted very quickly to very far places. It seems to have penetrated the flame domain. Sister Xiaojing was quite excited and shouted, Brother, there is a space wall in the flame domain. I felt it just now. So, it has been passed to other domains? Chen Shang asked. I didn't expect that the 9 domains of Tianggu Purgatory are actually barrel-shaped, like a big barrel lying on one side. The Yan domain is in the middle of the barrel, the other domains are on both sides of the fire domain, and then one side is the end. The end is equivalent to the bottom of the barrel. What about the outside of the barrel? Chen Shang asked. I don't know, maybe it's a time and space opened up by time and man. Sister Xiaojing said. As the space wave continued to swell, Sister Xiaojing suddenly cheered, I'm in touch, I'm in touch. Creator, are you alright? Tianxuan Yuling's voice entered Chen Zhang's mind. I'm fine, what about you guys? What's the current situation in the world-defying universe? Chen Shang was also very excited, and hurriedly asked. Do you like this site? Donate here. World-defying Dan God Chapter 5171, The Temple Causes Catastrophe. Chen Shang really wanted to know the current situation of the world-defying universe. The world-defying universe was very special, and there were several levels of space, and Shen Yuanxin opened up the third level of space by himself. However, because of the chaos in the Temple of Time, there was a problem in the second dimension. Chen Shang was also in the second dimension of the world-defying universe and found the entrance to the heavenly ancient purgatory. After entering the ancient purgatory, he knew that the Temple of Time was going to send the world-defying universe to the ancient purgatory. It's just that later, even the ancient time and space where the Temple of Time is located was merged into the ancient purgatory, and Daishan also came in, but they were scattered in the vast realms of the ancient purgatory. It was not easy for Chen Shang to contact the Aoshi universe, and he was very excited at the moment. The creator, where we are, is called the Thunder Territory. There are all kinds of thunders everywhere, and the environment is very bad. Where are you? Tian Jade Territory is also excited, because he has been trying to find a way contact Chen Shang. I'm in the Flame Domain. You are in the Thunder Domain. It's a long way away. Chen Shang can only communicate in this way now. It is very difficult to teleport in space and requires more energy, and the Divine Mirror of Six Paths may not be able to withstand this kind of energy. What's more, when you perform space jumps across the sky in the ancient purgatory, the various laws and powers you face will be even more terrifying. Therefore, in a short period of time, Chen Shang was unable to go to the Thunder Domain. We're doing fine here, it's just that your mother is very worried about you and often asks me if I can contact you. Tianxuan Yuling said. Tell my mother, I'm fine now, there's nothing wrong. Chen Shang said with a smile. By the way, where is Xiao Yuanxin? She's also very good, she's sleeping now. The thunder field is very big. After the world-defying universe came in, it was squeezed by a strong pressure, causing the entire world-defying universe to turn into a star. However, the second layer of space inside the stars is still there. It is as big as a universe. We are now focusing on building the second dimension. Tianxuan Yuling said. The foundation of the world-defying universe is very solid, which was mainly established by Tianxuan Yuling and Shen Yuanxin in the early days. The surface of Aoshi universe is a star, but the second space inside is still very large, which means that it can hold a lot of energy. Even if Chen Shang didn't say it, the heavenly jade domain spirit knew that it would absorb the energy of the stars in the heavenly ancient purgatory. In the heavenly jade star territory, Longzhu and Yaozhu, as well as Guolingshe and Meidian Yao, how are they doing now? Chen Shang asked again. They are all powerful beings in the Tianxuan star region, and Chen Shang also wants to know their situation. They are all very good, they are all cultivating. Tianxuan Yuling said. After the universe of Aoshi turned into a star, it slowly drifted, and I don't know when I will meet you. The current situation is very complicated. Let me briefly explain. Chen Shang told the heavenly jade domain spirit about what he had mastered about the heavenly ancient purgatory. After listening to it, Tianxuan Yuling fell into deep thought, because he was very clear that in the ancient purgatory, the entire world-defying universe was very weak, but there were many strong people here. Tianghu purgatory is too big, and it is very difficult to be affected. We can just let it go. Tianxuan Yuling said. It will be a long time in Japan, we will definitely meet again, we will wait for your return. Since everyone is fine, that's great. I will definitely find you as soon as possible, Chen Shang said. Although you're not here, we can definitely make the world-defying universe grow stronger. Tianxuan Yuling said. Both Xiao Yaozhu and Longzhu are in the world-defying universe, and they also regard it as their home, so they will naturally work very hard to build and protect it. The people in the world-defying universe have experienced many things, and they are all people who can seize the opportunity, so they must also rise in the ancient purgatory. After Chen Shang contacted Tianxuan Yuling, the whole person was relieved a lot. He hurriedly made the Six Paths Divine Mirror return to its original state. The current Six Paths Divine Mirror has already produced very strong fluctuations. That kind of space wave can penetrate to the minefield. As long as you have the heart, you can perceive this space wave, the source. After the divine mirror of 6 paths became smaller, he took Chen Shang to space jump away from the place just now. Chen Shang went to the area where the prison blood heavenly demon was located. Their reincarnation heavenly gate had been completely built, and then they would wait for the heavenly man to be summoned. He did not leave this area, but hid in the space of Tianxuan far away, waiting for Time Tianren to come over. He wanted to see how the Time Tianren's strength was. Chen Shang waited here for a few days. He did not wait for the Time God, but instead waited for the Temple of Time. He also doesn't know where the Temple of Time came from, and it directly tore the space, and then thousands of huge temples with splendid resplendent drilled out from multiple space cracks and surrounded the reincarnation heaven gate. These huge temples are like giant mountains tens of thousands of feet high, golden light, thousands of densely surrounded, like a group of golden mountains gathered together, shocking. The Temple of Time on the 2nd floor. These guys are too scary. Chen Shang could feel the violent fluctuation of the space in Tianxuan space. At the same time, there are also waves of terrifying heavenly ancient calamities. Coming from the 2nd floor, and tearing apart the space, it is normal for this kind of movement to invite the heavenly ancient tribulation. Could it be that the Temple of Time is going to pass through the ancient catastrophe and destroy this reincarnation Tianmen? Sister Xiaojing said, it is very likely that this is the case. The reincarnation heaven gate can summon a large number of time gods, and such a big movement of the time temple shows that there is some fear of time gods. The heavenly ancient tribulation is coming very quickly. Chen Shang had experienced the heavenly ancient catastrophe, and he was a regular customer, so the appearance of the heavenly ancient catastrophe didn't make him feel scared or anything. It's not strong enough. Has this ancient catastrophe released water? It doesn't feel as strong as the 6 ancient stars experienced before. Chen Shang said with a frown. The ancient catastrophe experienced by the 6 ancient stars is much stronger than this, so Chen Shang was puzzled. It's really weak. Oops, isn't this Tiangu catastrophe not eating? Why is it so weak? Sister Xiaojing also muttered. Why were you so strong to us before? Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing were puzzled. They had experienced the heavenly ancient catastrophe twice, so they were still very familiar with the intensity of the heavenly ancient catastrophe. And now the ancient catastrophe that appeared, the power is very weak, and it doesn't seem to have any momentum. Chen Shang felt that he could wipe out this heavenly ancient tribulation by swinging the white tiger frightening fan twice. Could it be that the stamina hasn't come up yet? Chen Shang said. Let's take a look. Sister Xiaojing also felt that she could destroy the ancient catastrophe in front of her at any time. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing felt that something was wrong the more they looked at it. Sister Jing, the calamity of the heavenly ancient tribulation seems to come from the 4th or 5th floor. But it shouldn't be so weak. Chen Shang was very puzzled. Yes, could it be that this reincarnation heaven gate has weakened the power of the heavenly ancient tribulation? Sister Xiaojing said in surprise. Ultimate Chaos. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5172, Hall of Heaven and Man. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing thought of this possibility, and immediately felt that reincarnation is not easy. Is the reincarnation Tianmen absorbing the power of the ancient catastrophe, or has it weakened the power of the ancient catastrophe? Because Chen Shang was shrunk in Tianxuan space, he couldn't determine the specific situation. It's not absorbing the power of the ancient catastrophe. When the ancient catastrophe came out, it was already very weak. Sister Xiaojing said. If the ancient catastrophe was absorbed power, then the moment it erupted, the energy should be strong. This is also true. The heavenly ancient tribulation they are seeing now is very weak from the moment it appears, and when it falls on the head of Samsara heaven gate, it becomes even weaker. This reincarnation Tianmen has something. Chen Shang continued to observe, and said, I don't know what's going on. Those prison blood demons can make the reincarnation Tianmen. They inherited the memory to guide the construction. Or is there time for the help of heaven and man? It's all possible, Sister Xiaojing said. Let's wait and see what happens. There are more and more temples of time arriving one after another, and there are already tens of thousands of them. In the past, it looked like a huge golden mountain surrounded by reincarnation Tianmen. The heavenly ancient tribulation fell on the reincarnation heavenly gate, and it did not cause any damage to the heavenly gate. Instead, the reincarnation heavenly gate became stronger and stronger. Afterwards, tens of thousands of temples of time began to bombard Samsara Tianmen. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing were secretly shocked, because the power that erupted from the Temple of Time was extremely powerful, even comparable to the heavenly ancient tribulation. It's the power of the star core. Sister Xiaojing was surprised. It seems that there are star cores inside these time temples, but these star cores are relatively small. The Temple of Time got a lot of star cores on the second floor. Chen Shang exclaimed. Their star cores should not be as powerful as the ones we got. The star cores we got were enhanced by the Protoss. I suspect that the stars on the second floor should not be strong. Sister Xiaojing said. The Hell-Blood Heavenly Demons did not go to besiege the Temple of Time. Although there were a large number of Hell-Blood Heavenly Demons, they went to besiege the tens of thousands of time temples, like moths to a fire, sending their lives in vain. The Prison Blood Heavenly Golem seems to have a unified consciousness, watching the Samsara Heaven Gate from a distance, and trying to avoid being attacked by the Temple of Time. The Temple of Time cannot destroy the Heavenly Gate of Reincarnation. Sister Xiaojing said, could it be that the Temple of Time is really afraid of the God of Time? They want to prevent the God of Time from coming. Sister Jing, do you think that the arrival of time and heaven in the ancient purgatory will bring about any good changes? Chen Shang asked. No, the Tianghu purgatory is so huge that it is not something that time gods and the Temple of Time can reverse and control. Sister Xiaojing sighed. The so-called time gods, when they come to Tianghu purgatory, will only change the place here, more chaotic. The same is true for the Protoss returning to the first floor. Chen Shang also sighed. The chaos caused by all kinds of chaotic time, once it appeared, it would get bigger and bigger, and it would get out of hand. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing watched from a distance for a few days, and the reincarnation Tianmen suddenly moved, turning into a huge white ring. Reincarnation Tianmen is a ring surrounded by tens of thousands of powerful star nuclei. Now the star core seems to have suddenly broken open and then reassembled into a huge ring. This huge ring, passing through a sun is no problem. The gate of reincarnation is about to open. Sister Xiaojing shouted. The center of Samsara Tianmen is pitch black, and now there are waves of space ripples, and then it turns into a space vortex as if the space is distorted. Opened. It doesn't seem like there are too strong spatial fluctuations. Sister Xiaojing exclaimed. This reincarnation Tianmen is too strong, such a large space channel, there is no space wave. It shows that the space channel is extremely stable, and it can last for a long time. Sister Mirror, such a powerful space channel cannot be maintained unilaterally. It seems that time and heaven are also contributing. It is very likely that it is because time and heaven are strong that it is possible to maintain the gate of samsara. Chen Shang said solemnly. It means that the time and nature respond to the call and are willing to come over. Little Sister Xiaojing only felt an incomparably huge pressure. I don't know if the reincarnation heaven gate has been opened in other domains. Chen Shang is now in the flame domain, and he can only know the situation in the flame domain. Even if there are other domains, it is difficult for him to know. Just when Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing were talking, the reincarnation Tianmen had changed again. Originally, it was pitch black in the middle, but now it gradually emits white light. Did something come out? Sister Xiaojing hurriedly asked. The light is too bright, I can't see clearly. Chen Shang couldn't see, and he couldn't sense the aura there. At this moment, there was a burst of strong fluctuations. I saw that the huge and magnificent golden temples of time exploded one after another. Many temples of time are madly shining strong golden light, and are releasing powerful energy for self-defense. There are also times when the temple bursts with energy to counterattack. Chen Shang looked at it from a distance, and saw that there were consecutive strong flashes of light, and each time the flashes flashed, a temple of time was destroyed. Come on, time and heaven are here. It's very strong, Chen Shang said in horror. I don't know what these guys look like. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing didn't know how much time the heavenly humans came here, but they only knew a lot, and they were all very strong. That kind of powerful temple of time could not stop the attack of the heavenly humans. At the same time, a stronger Tianghu catastrophe came. Obviously, the arrival of time, heaven and man also led to the great calamity of the ancient times. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing still couldn't see the time, the sky and the human beings, they only knew that the number of them was increasing, and that there were countless heavenly calamities falling violently in that place, so they couldn't see what was going on at all. In just a moment, tens of thousands of super-huge temples of time were all smashed, and all kinds of fragments were sucked into the reincarnation gate. What shocked Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing was that not long after reincarnation Tianmen inhaled the fragments of the Temple of All Time, a palace as big as tens of thousands of giant mountains flew out from reincarnation Tianmen. What the hell? That reincarnation Tianmen sucked away the fragments, and then built such a huge palace in an instant. Chen Shang was stunned. Brother, within the reincarnation Tianmen, it may have taken many years to build this palace, but in our opinion, it is only a moment. Sister Xiaojing said. This is the power of time. Time is really scary. Quote. Chen Shang can now see the appearance of a human being in a little time, just like humans, except that they are all wearing white clothes and white robes, and they all flew into the huge palace at this moment. Reincarnation Tianmen is now like a white circular halo, and then gradually shrinks, floating behind the palace. Looking at it from a distance, the palace of time Tianren is even more shocking. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5173, The Secret of Tianguxing. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing couldn't imagine the coming process of the time gods. They thought that the time gods would rush out from the reincarnation gate like a swarm, and then there would be many time gods by the time temple, exterminate. However, now a small group of powerful time gods rushed out to destroy the Temple of Time, and then devoured the fragments of the Temple of Time to build their hall. This Temple of Heaven and Man looks stronger than the Temple of Time. Sister Xiaojing said, Brother, we don't have this ability now. Yes, I don't know what this group of time gods are like and whether they can get along. We will be in the ancient purgatory for a long time in the future. Chen Shang began to worry. Now that the Samsara Heaven Gate has shrunk, it is erected and suspended behind the incomparably huge Temple of Heaven and Man. When the time gods came through the reincarnation gate, they directly entered the Temple of Gods. And the Temple of Heaven and Man is now floating in one direction. What terrified Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing was that such a large Temple of Heaven and Man flew very fast, as if shortening the space path, and intermittently made space jumps. Where are they going? Chen Shang hurriedly asked. It's the direction of Tianguxing. Sister Xiaojing exclaimed. Brother, we have to tell Ling Shu quickly. At this speed, how long does it take to get to Tianguxing? Chen Shang asked hurriedly in fear. It will take about a year. Fortunately, they are still unable to perform long-distance space jumps, otherwise they will arrive soon, and Tianguxing still has time. Sister Xiaojing said. The location where Chen Shang and the others are located is very far away from the heavenly ancient star. Even the powerful heavenly ancient Holy Spirit flying at the fastest speed would take thousands of years to reach the heavenly ancient star. And even if the Temple of Heaven and Man can make a short-distance space jump, it will take a year to reach Tianguxing. Of course, Chen Shang was able to return to Tianguxing in an instant through the Six Paths Divine Mirror. Brother, the speed at which the Temple of Heaven and Humanity goes to Tianguxing is very slow, but with the strength of the guys in the Temple of Heaven and Humanity, they should be able to send a small number of people to Tianguxing in a short period of time. Sister Xiaojing said. They are only heading to the direction of Tianguxing now, not necessarily to Tianguxing. Are we too sensitive? Chen Shang followed behind the Temple of Heaven and Human, and Sister Xiaojing just saw the direction of the Temple of Heaven and Human, and did not know where the Temple of Heaven and Human was going. But, there is Tianguxing over there. Brother, don't forget, the reason why the star spirits return to the first floor is to rely on the opportunity of Tianguxing. Sister Xiaojing said. Then, the time, the heavens and the people again. It just so happened that I also returned to the first floor of the ancient purgatory at this time. So, Tianguxing is really important. But I can't see it. Chen Shang had also entered the inner space of Tianguxing, but he didn't find what was so powerful. In addition, the reason why Tianguxing has the current size is mainly caused by Chen Shang. Brother, the Star Spirit clan must have concealed a lot of inside information about Tianguxing. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. But it doesn't matter, the formation of Tianguxing was caused by you. You are very important, so you must protect it well. Own. This actually aroused Chen Zhang's curiosity, and it tickled his heart. He really wanted to know how attractive Tianguxing was, and how could it actually allow Time Heaven and the Star Spirit race to compete. The Protoss are the descendants of the Time Gods, and they can also be regarded as Time Gods, and they are not even better than the Time Gods. They are considered to have the same root and the same origin, and I don't know if they will conflict. Let's go back to Ludao Ancient Star first and ask what happened to Ling Shu. Sister Xiaojing said. We can't go directly to the inner space of Tiangu Star now, which is already the territory of the Star Spirit race. Sister Xiaojing, like Huang Jintian, hoped that Chen Shang would beware of the star spirit race, and it was best not to have direct contact with them to avoid being overwhelmed. Chen Shang passed through the Six Paths Divine Mirror and soon returned to the Six Paths Ancient Star. He also contacted Huang Jintian first and told Huang Jintian what he saw. Huang Jintian was also terrified when he learned that the Reincarnation Heaven Gate and the Temple of Heaven and Man were moving towards the Heavenly Ancient Star. Master, do you think they are coming for Tianguxing? Chen Shang asked. It's hard to say, it's hard to say. I don't think Tianguxing is worth their journey to compete for. Huang Jintian shook his head and said, it's also possible that the star spirit race did something in Tianguxing to send a message to the time and heaven. Chen Shang didn't expect this level before. If it was the Star Spirit clan calling for the time, it would make sense. After all, they didn't have that much hostility to each other. Do you want me to ask Ling Shu? Chen Shang asked. Don't ask them, the Star Spirit clan must know about this. If they don't, then we think highly of them. Whether they know it or not, they won't tell us too much. Huang Jintian said. The Temple of Time, the Time Celestials and the Star Spirit race, they are all ethnic groups with the same root and the same origin. This is originally their internal affairs, we are outsiders. However, we need to find out whether the Time God is a threat to us. It will be about a year before the Temple of Time will arrive near the Tianggu Star. If the Time God is a threat, then we still have time to run. Chen Shang said. Let me go to Ling Shu, don't come forward. Huang Jintian said with a smile. Boy, you are our boss now. If you always come forward, it will make us useless and damage the face of your boss. What boss? Chen Shang was speechless and said with a smile, we've known each other for so many years, but still doing this. Leonor won't say anything about it. The Chen family is my father, and the world-defying temple is also mine, and then you are my master again. The blood master is an outsider, then again, this guy is indeed a good little brother. There are a lot of things the blood master doesn't know yet, I'll take the time to tell him. Huang Jintian chuckled. On the surface, the Celestial Spirit clan dominates the Tianggu Star Alliance, but they hide something from us, so we have to guard against it. Their own hands, so as not to be trapped by them. Chen Shang felt the same way. After all, the Star Spirit clan was huge, and ghosts knew how many factions there were within them. If the Protoss suddenly changed the decision-making level, the Ancient Star Alliance would definitely be disbanded that day, not to mention that the time is now on the way. And the Time Gods can be regarded as the ancestors of the Protoss, and their bloodline is purer than that of the Protoss. Chen Shang suspected that the Celestial Spirit clan most likely controlled the blood vessels of the Purgatory on the first floor of the Sky Ancient Purgatory, and then concentrated all of them on the Sky Ancient Star. This kind of thing will definitely not tell them. For the Protoss to return to the first floor, a large amount of Purgatory blood is necessary. Does the ***** of time want the blood of Purgatory? Chen Shang was very curious in his heart. What is the cultivation law of time heaven? World-defying Dan God Chapter 5174, Crisis of Confidence. Chen Shang controlled the 6 ancient stars to stop, no longer flying around, and hiding. The entire star was invisible. Fortunately, the ancient stars of the 6 paths have become smaller now, otherwise it would be easy to become a target. Chen Shang was at the 6 paths ancient star, waiting for news from Huang Jintian. Now it is Huang Jintian who is looking for the Protoss to ask about the time and people. Chen Shang is also a little worried that Huang Jintian asks too much and then annoys the Protoss. After waiting for 2 days, Huang Jintian finally heard the news. The old guys from the Protoss really hid a lot of things. Huang Jintian said, I asked them, but they just said vaguely that nothing would happen, and their Protoss would guarantee the safety of Tianguxing. Quote. Where's Ling Shu? Does he know anything? Chen Shang asked. He knows shit. The Protoss also hides a lot of things from him. In short, we can't rely too much on the Protoss now. What kind of Tianggu Star Alliance they are engaged in may be abandoned by them at any time. Huang Jintian said. Although there is a contract signed, with the strength of the Star Spirit race, it can be released at any time. Master, I'm going to contact my father and Leonor right now. We have to communicate secretly and prepare. Chen Shang is also very helpless now. The Star Spirit race is hiding too many things from them, which makes them feel very uneasy. What about the Blood Lord? I think this guy is quite reliable. Huang Jintian said. I will talk to him. Chen Shang said. Afterwards, he contacted Kalian and Shen Tianyu, and told them a lot about the heaven of time and the heavenly gate of reincarnation, and then told them that the star spirit race was hiding a lot of important things from them. After discussion, Shen Tianyu suggested that everyone gather in the desert of their Shen family. Since this time, Shen Tianyu has completely controlled that desert. Chen Shang went to contact the Blood Master again. He tested the Blood Master, and found that the Blood Master was also dissatisfied with the Protoss. The Blood Master is also an old man, he has lived for many years, and he knows a lot of things, but the Protoss refused to tell him. Chen Shang finally decided to pull the Blood Master in. He ran a trip by himself, went to the Blood Master to sign a contract, lest the Blood Master Yin and the others. It's basically the same thing about the Heavenly Man, the Heavenly Man Temple, and the Reincarnation Heaven Gate at that time. Chen Shang and the Blood Master were in a cave and told the Blood Master many things. After listening to the Blood Master, he was greatly shocked. It turns out that the legends are true. The Blood Lord exclaimed. What legend? Chen Shang asked. Many people in many ethnic groups in Tianghu Purgatory are actually the descendants of the Time God. The Blood Master said. I may be too, but the blood of the Time God in my body is relatively thin. The purest bloodline should be the Protoss, and then the Prison Blood Celestial Clan. Then now do you think Time Heaven and Earth will go to Heavenly Ancient Star? Chen Shang asked. It will definitely come, because Tianghu Xing may be the only place where blood is bleeding in the entire flame domain. Those purgatory blood is also very important to the time, heaven and man. The Blood Master frowned. There is a saying that the blood of purgatory can also be regarded as the power of time. The blood of purgatory comes from a large number of Tianghu Star Clan creatures, and these creatures have the blood of time and heaven in their bodies. The Time Gods and the Star Spirit race, will there be a conflict at that time? This was what Chen Shang was most worried about. I don't know, Shishinran should be regarded as the ancestors of the Protoss. I think the Protoss can't beat them. But the Shishinran can't do anything with the Protoss. They may cooperate, said the Blood Master. Later, the Blood Lord also agreed to go to the desert of the Shen family, and at that time, he would discuss with everyone about secret cooperation. A few days later, the peaceful Tianghu Xing was suddenly enveloped by a terrifying pressure. The three major hegemonic forces have come before, and now it is time. Chen Shang was in Ludao Ancient Star, and suddenly received news from Huang Jintian. Just as he was about to pass, Huang Jintian told him not to go there first. Then Kalian, Shen Tianyu, and the Blood Master also told him about the sudden appearance of Tianghu Xing, and asked him not to go to Tianghu Xing for the time being. They all know the importance of Chen Shang. Although Chen Zhang's own strength is also very strong, it is their backbone, and Chen Shang is a person who can create miracles. Now, there is no one to save them at all. Chen Shang is also very anxious. Then at this time, Ling Shu contacted him. Master, the time has come. Ling Shu said, you'd better stay away from the ancient stars. Why? Chen Shang asked. Like Kalian and Huang Jintian, because they were worried that Chen Shang would be in danger, they did not let him go to Tiangxing. Although Ling Shu called Chen Shang his master, he was a star spirit of the Star Spirit clan. Chen Shang believed that there must be other reasons for Ling Shu. A few clan elders suddenly came to me and asked me to contact you to visit Tiangxing. I think this is abnormal, so you'd better not come. Ling Shu said. When Chen Shang heard this, he felt somewhat relieved. At least this old apprentice was not bad and would tell him about this kind of thing. Ling Shu, what's going on? Chen Shang was also very puzzled. I don't know, the clan elders are hiding a lot of things from me. If I knew, I would definitely tell you. Ling Shu also sighed helplessly. Chen Shang also believed in Ling Shu. He had long seen that Ling Shu was only the person responsible for receiving them. Ling Shu, if you are in any danger, remember to contact me immediately, you must protect yourself. Chen Shang urged. The situation is changing too fast now. I know that the arrival of time, heaven and man makes me very uneasy. Ling Shu said. Take care of yourself. Chen Shang also felt very uneasy at this time, because according to what Ling Shu said, the time and heaven suddenly came, and then the clan elder of the Star Spirit clan suddenly called him over. There must be some reason. Brother, I suspect that the Celestial Spirit tribe wants to sell you to the Heavenly Man of Time. Sister Xiaojing said, because the formation of the Celestial Ancient Star has a lot to do with you. The celestial spirit tribe sees that you are not strong, but it can turn Tianguxing into a purgatory blood star, and I have never understood the reason. Then I have to stay away. Chen Shang is also worried that he will fall into the hands of the time gods. He has seen the strength of those time gods. With his current strength, if he encounters it, he may not even have a chance to escape. He entered the inner core space of Ludao Ancient Star, which is currently the safest place. Chen Shang was not idle, and began to improve his Tianshuan space, which was his last hiding place. According to what Sister Xiaojing said, Tianshuan space alone is not enough, he has to create a double space inside Tianshuan space. The first layer Tianshuan space can be very small, just enough to accommodate one person to lie down, and then create a second layer space, and the second layer space can be larger. Chen Shang felt that there must be at least 3 levels of space to be safe enough. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5175, The Same Goal. For now, the Star Spirit clan did not show any hostility. The reason why Chen Shang and the others were on guard was that the elders of the Star Spirit clan concealed many things. Chen Shang and the others are not naturally suspicious, but because the current situation is too complicated, they must be more vigilant. He entered the inside of Tianshuan space, and then opened up the second layer of Tianshuan space inside. This requires a lot of space divine power to support, so Chen Shang himself also needs to absorb a lot of creation power, and transforms the space divine power of Jade Sky through the fate of heaven and space. He opened up the second space a little bigger, and the most important thing is to be stable. Whether it is the Protoss or the Time Gods, they all hold a strong space power. For example, the gate of reincarnation can be opened at any time, and it is so large that it is connected far away, which is enough to show that they have extremely strong spatial power. As for the Protoss, they are also secretly changing the flow of Purgatory's blood, all of which are concentrated in Tianguxing, which is also a manifestation of mastering the powerful space power. Time Heaven and the 3 major hegemonic forces have already arrived at Tianguxing, and Chen Shang does not know the current situation there. Because Ling Shu and Huang Jintian didn't deliver any news to him, Chen Shang also tried to contact them, but found that he couldn't get in touch. Therefore, he and Sister Xiaojing suspected that Tianguxing should be banned by a strong space force. Tianguxing is not small. Time Tianren blocked the group of Tianguxing as soon as he arrived. It's really strong, Sister Xiaojing said. Brother, what do you think Time Tianren wants to do in Tianguxing? Quote, I don't know, but I'm quite worried. Chen Shang sighed. I have to contact them as soon as possible. If I can't contact them, I can only go there in person. He waited for 2 days, and Ling Shu finally contacted him. Master, Time and Heaven said they want to see you, but I don't recommend you meet them. Ling Shu said. You'd better avoid them, I always feel that they want to take you away. Do you know the reason? Chen Shang asked. Because you influenced the early formation of Tianguxing, even our star spirit race, it will take a lot of time to create in Tianguxing. Although you did not directly intervene, you influenced me, and then formed Tianguxing. It looks like this now. Ling Shu said. Unfortunately, the current Tianguxing has been taken over by the Protoss, and I can no longer intervene. It seems that I should avoid them a little bit. What are the people of time doing in Tianguxing? How are their strengths? Chen Shang asked. Why do they block Tianguxing? They are protecting Tianguxing, and they will come over to take over after a while. Time Tian and the Star Spirit race are now in a cooperative relationship. As for how to cooperate, I don't know. Ling Shu said. Hey, Tianguxing is just given to them. Chen Shang felt a pity inside. Time Tianren is very strong. After they came, the Temple of Time ran away. Time Tianren didn't kill Tianguxing or anything, and they were afraid of affecting Tianguxing. Ling Shu said. Can't I really go see them? Chen Shang was suddenly curious about Time and Heaven, and wanted to get in touch with them. Ask your master, Ling Shu said. Chen Shang immediately contacted Huang Jintian. He was able to communicate with Tianguxing now. The blockade of Tianguxing by Time Heaven was only temporary, in order to prevent the Temple of Time from coming. Master, there is something about Time and Heaven from Ling Shu. Chen Shang told Huang Jintian about the situation. Don't go to see them. Huang Jintian said. I have used Tianyan before. The Time ***** and the Time Temple are actually similar. Their main goal is to correct the chaos caused by the time turmoil. When heaven and earth came to Tiangu Purgatory, and they were in Tianguxing, Huang Jintian could also understand them through Tianyan technique. It's impossible to correct this at all. Chen Zhang's head was big when he thought of it. Yes, so they are also the source of confusion. Huang Jintian said. The reason why they want to see you should be to assess whether you are useful. If not, they may seal you up. Seal me, Chen Shang frowned. Because of your existence, it is obvious that you can threaten them to correct the time. Huang Jintian said. Don't forget, why were they sent to this place, the Shen family, the goddess of demon souls, and the 100 Flowers Temple. There is also the world-defying universe, and now it is also in the ancient purgatory. Chen Shang took a deep breath. Although the time gods also fight against the Temple of Time, they are time gods after all, and they must also repair the various disorders of the arrival of time. Although it seems impossible, this is their mission. Okay, then I won't see them. Chen Shang sighed. I don't know what will happen next. Next, it should be the power of the second floor of the Tianghu Purgatory, and start to fight back against the gods of time. The Temple of Time will also counterattack against the gods of time. If Tianghu Xing is discovered, it will definitely become a target. Huang Jintian scolded. These bastards, they are the source of chaos. Tiangxing, such a good place, is now abruptly turned into a battlefield. After Chen Shang disconnected from Huang Jintian, he fell into deep thought. Although Huang Jintian and Ling Shu didn't recommend him to see the time, but he thought it was necessary to see them now and find out what was going on with them. But before going, he must open up a third space in Tianxuan space. His strength is definitely no match for those powerful time gods and the clan elders of the Star Spirit clan. So when the time comes, he can only rely on Tianxuan space to hide and then escape. Sister Xiaojing didn't recommend Chen Shang to see him at first, but seeing Chen Zhang's determination, she could only support Chen Shang. In fact, she herself wanted to see what the time and heaven were like. If time, heaven and man are enemies, it is not harmful to know more now, it is just more adventurous. It took Chen Shang more than 10 days to finally open up the third space in the Tianxuan space. Sister Jing, let's meet them. Chen Shang said. Would you like to say hello to Ling Shu? Huang Jintian? Sister Xiaojing asked. If you don't ask Ling Shu, we don't know where the time is. When you go to Tiangxing, you will naturally be able to find them. Chen Shang said with a smile. You don't need to worry about your spirit, so that he won't be involved when you get there. Chen Shang and Shi Tianren met. If Ling Shu knew, he would definitely be by his side. At that time, if there is a fight, it will be difficult for Ling Shu to deal with it. Chen Shang stood on the divine mirror of 6 paths, made a space jump, and came to the outside of Tianghu Xing. Tianghu Xing has now been shrouded in a powerful enchantment. Time Tianren can create such a large enchantment in a short period of time, which is indeed very powerful. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5176, Vengeance of the Broken Arm. Chen Shang came to the outside of the barrier, and he asked Sister Xiaojing to try it out. Although the barrier was very strong, it took Sister Xiaojing a long time, but in the end she managed to pass through the barrier smoothly. This place is indeed not the same as before. After Chen Shang came in, he could immediately sense that the atmosphere of Tianghu Xing had changed a lot. Yeah, the power of creation here has become more concentrated, and it seems that they are all gathered, and there is a strong blood of purgatory blood in the power of creation. Sister Xiaojing also sensed it. Can we find those guys? Chen Shang looked around, then closed his eyes and sensed the place where Tiangxing's powerful breath was released. Brother, why don't you wait for them to come find them? Sister Xiaojing said with a smile, we should be able to lead them out. Chen Shang thought for a while, and felt that this was not bad, then he took the 6 paths divine mirror and flew to the sky over a wasteland. Start. Sister Xiaojing directly controlled the 6 paths divine mirror, bursting out the power of the star core. This force burst out and directly penetrated the stratum and entered the inner core. As long as time and humans were in the inner core space, they could sense it. Sure enough, Chen Shang didn't wait long before several people appeared, hovering around him, surrounding him in the divine mirror of 6 paths. Who are you? A silver-haired woman asked. Chen Shang looked at the silver-haired woman, as well as several other young people, they also all had silver hair. And their appearance is very young, they look like they are in their 20s. The woman is tall and hot, wearing silver soft armor and holding a broad sword. It can be seen that this woman is a small head, and those young people are her subordinates. I'm Chen Shang, the person you want to see. Chen Shang said, is it the person you want to see me? So you are Chen Shang. They said they don't know where you are. I didn't expect you to appear. The silver-haired woman sneered. You guys want to see me, what's the matter? Chen Shang asked. I don't know what your excellency is called. I'm Xuanyuanling, and I'm looking for you to bring you back. Xuanyuanling said, it was explained above that I would take you back and imprison you first. As for what I'm going to do to you, I don't know. Captivity. Chen Shang frowned. He now understands why Ling Shu didn't let him meet with Shi Tianren. It turned out that Shi Tianren really had bad intentions for him. A smart guy like you will only create a lot of chaos, so you must be imprisoned, otherwise, chaos will always appear. Xuanyuanling said. Isn't the chaos caused by the Temple of Time? Besides, the presence of your time gods here will bring chaos to everything. Chen Shang snorted coldly. In this world, everything is born based on time. And we are the spirit of time, above you, everything we do, even if we create chaos, it is our business, and you don't need to worry about it. Xuanyuanling said. What if I don't go with you? Chen Shang already understood that this group of time gods didn't reason with him. You can see that you are very dissatisfied with me. Tell you, the world is created by time. And we are above time. You create chaos to add chaos to the world. And we create chaos, that's what we do to save the world. It was done as a last resort. Xuanyuanling was furious when she saw Chen Zhang's expression that she didn't want to talk to her. Yes, everything you say is right. Chen Shang spread his hands and said, since you are so powerful, then quickly clear up the chaos in this world. Bastard! Xuanyuanling was furious and shouted, take him. Also at this moment, a young man suddenly flashed to Chen Zhang's side, while the other three young men released a strange power, which immobilized Chen Shang and made him unable to move. Chen Zhang's arm has been grabbed by a young man. This is the price you pay for contradicting our eldest sister. The young man grabbed Chen Zhang's left arm, smiled coldly, and then vigorously tore off Chen Zhang's left arm. Chen Zhang's face twitched. Although it was very painful, this kind of pain was nothing to him, and now he was more angry in his heart. Time Tianren is really strong, and several of them shot together. What's your name? Chen Shang asked coldly. Xuanyuan Fang. I'm from the Xuanyuan family, one of the three major families of the time and heaven. Are you thinking of seeking revenge from me in the future? It's just you. Ha ha ha, stupid people also want to kill us, the time heaven. Xuanyuan Feng laughed loudly. Stupid man, come back with us honestly, otherwise, I will tear off everything that can be torn off on you, ha ha ha. A Feng, tear off his 2 legs and the thing between the legs now. Xuanyuanling sneered. This must have some dirty fantasies about me. Chen Zhang's just torn arm was squeezed by Xuanyuan Feng and injected a burst of energy, and then shattered it. Xuanyuan Feng, wait for me. After Chen Shang finished speaking, suddenly a short blue dagger flew out. It was the Azure Dragon Demon Slayer sword. This knife condensed Chen Zhang's powerful fate, and instantly pierced Xuanyuan Feng's eyes. At this time, the killing red dragon soul in the knife broke out a very strong soul attack. The divine mirror of 6 paths revolved, shaking out a powerful force that shook all the people around. Come back. Xuanyuanling realized that something was wrong, and immediately grabbed Xuanyuan Feng back from the sky. Chen Shang hurriedly took back the Azure Dragon Demon Slayer sword, and then the 6 paths divine mirror also took him into the heavenly jade space. After entering the Tianxuan space, he entered the depths one after another until he entered the 3rd space. Chen Shang disappeared. Xuanyuanling frowned and looked at the place where Tianxuan's space was opened just now, and then shouted loudly, only to see that the space there was distorted. Come and help me, Xuanyuanling shouted. Several young people also went over to release their divine power together to help open the cracks in the space. After they opened it, they found that there was a small space inside, and Chen Shang was not in it. He took advantage of this space to escape. Xuanyuanling was furious, then punched the inside and closed the space. The Tianxuan space was bombarded by the violent divine power, but it was not shattered. Xuanyuanling and the others also realized that the space was not simple, because it was difficult for them to maintain the open state. Chen Shang was in the 3rd layer space, and controlled the Tianxuan space to slowly creep in the deep space. As long as they left the position just now, they would not be able to find the Tianxuan space even if they opened it again. These are really no different from the time monks. Chen Shang looked at his broken arm, and then absorbed the divine power of the life orb to regenerate his arm. Brother, we have to drive them away. Sister Xiaojing was also very angry and said, Tianguxing was formed because of you and cannot fall into their hands. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5177, Heart of Contention. The reason behind Tianguxing is indeed because of the involvement of the star spirit race, so it is getting better and better, but the foundation is also up to Chen Shang, but he has no right to speak, so Sister Xiaojing is very dissatisfied. Then what Xuanyuanling, I'll make her look good. Chen Shang looked at the broken arm, the more he thought about it, the more angry he became. Now he can only wait for the injury to recover in Tianxuan space, and then make plans. Ling Shu soon learned about Chen Zhang's contact with time and heaven. He immediately went to contact Chen Shang, but couldn't get in touch, and then went to contact Huang Jintian. When Huang Jintian learned about this, he was also contacting Chen Shang, because Chen Shang was in the third dimension of Tianxuan space, so they couldn't get in touch. Old Huang, we have persuaded him, why does he still go to see the time god? Ling Shu was puzzled. That's how he is, he's fine now. Huang Jintian smiled and said, although this kid has suffered a bit of a loss, the other party shouldn't have gained anything. Chen Shang did poke out one of Xuanyuan Feng's eyes. Ling Shu also knew about this, and he also felt it was incredible, because Chen Zhang's strength was too different from those of heaven and man in those days. Chen Shang not only ran away under their noses, but also destroyed one of Xuanyuan Feng's eyes. Ling Shu also admired this ability. Then what are we going to do next? Ling Shu was a little worried and said, I'm afraid that time will find you. Don't be afraid of this. If they want to kill us, they will definitely not succeed. Huang Jintian said, we have been preparing for these days. Although Ling Shu didn't know how Huang Jintian and the others could resist, he thought that since Huang Jintian said it, he would definitely be able to do it. Therefore, he will definitely tell the Protoss about this matter, and hope that the Protoss can tell the time and heaven and let them not deceive people too much. The meeting between Time Tianren and Chen Shang soon came to an end. The Star Spirit clan would not take action against other human races in Tianguxing, nor would Time Tianren be allowed to do so. Because the Star Spirits want to raise a star and condense a powerful star core, they must have enough living beings and gather enough spirits of life. If you do massacres on the stars, it will only lead to the accumulation of malice in the star cores of the stars. In this regard, the time gods can only listen to the Protoss, because the Protoss can make the stars stronger, which is also the power that the time gods need, so they cannot interfere. The three major hegemonic forces, after figuring out the matter of the time god and the prison blood demon, returned to them and became their subordinate forces. A large number of prison blood demons also gathered to descend on Tianguxing at this time. They can survive here by absorbing the creation force with rich blood energy, which is considered safe. The forces of the Demon Soul Girl country, the world-defying temple, and the Blood Lord were all gathered in the desert occupied by the Shen family at this moment. The desert is still thin, so few people go, it is still calm, and the Protoss have promised them that they will not disturb them. The forces of the three major hegemons have their eyes on the desert, because they also found that the desert is not simple, but because there is a spiritual void, they are not easy to start. The three overlords have been secretly planning to take over the desert. Ling Shu also discovered it. He didn't know how long he could hold back. After all, the three overlords were behind the time. If they always make small moves, it is impossible for the Protoss to send someone to destroy the other party, at most it is a warning. Therefore, Ling Shu can only tell Shen Tianyu and the others to prepare them to deal with it. It is best to improve their strength as soon as possible. As long as they are strong enough, the three overlords will also have scruples. The book chasing app recommended by an old book friend who I have known for 10 years, Yeguo Reading. IDA's so easy to use, I rely on this reading aloud and listening to books to pass the time when driving and before going to bed. You can download it here at www.yaguiwadu.com. It took Chen Shang more than a month to regenerate his arm and return to its original strength with the help of the power of time in the Tianxuan space. After he recovered, he left Tianxuan space and returned to his 6 ancient stars. Sister Jing, the teleportation formation of the 6 paths ancient stars should be able to teleport that desert over here, right? Chen Shang asked. It's totally fine, said Sister Xiaojing, if needed, you can take them over at any time. I'm not strong enough now, and I don't have the qualifications to negotiate. Chen Shang looked at the Qinglong Demon Slayer's sword in his hand, and said, I not only want to kill Xuanyuanling and Xuanyuanfeng but I also want to get back from Tianguxing. The one you got. Yes, Practice hard, wait until you are strong enough to go. If they don't give it at that time, then destroy Tianguxing, and no one wants it. Sister Xiaojing has this confidence, because there are tens of thousands of such powerful star cores in the Six Paths Divine Mirror. If all of them explode, it can destroy Tiangu Star. The Six Paths Divine Mirror has a large number of powerful star cores, which means that it has a lot of energy. The Purgatory Blood Tree in the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower can quickly grow Purgatory Blood Fruit after absorbing energy, and with the time acceleration power, it can grow faster. Chen Shang not only has to face the time gods, but also a large number of prison blood gods. Therefore, he also wants to make Shui Shengxiang and Narcissus Ying strong, and they will be able to suppress the Hell Blood Heavenly Demon at that time. They said that they can restrain the Hell Blood Heavenly Demon. Chen Shang was going to retreat for a while. He contacted Kai Lian and Shen Tianyu successively and told them about his current situation. Because they all knew that Chen Shang and Xuan Yuanling met before, and they even started to move. They were relieved to learn that Chen Shang was fine. Chen Shang then contacted Huang Jintian and Ling Shu, and learned from them that the prison blood demon and the three major overlords had renewed their allegiance, and felt that Tianguxing was a little tricky. Ling Shu, tell the Star Spirit clan that Tianguxing has my share of Chen Shang. If they don't want to give it to me, then I will grab it back. If I can't grab it, then everyone don't want it. Chen Shang sent a message to spiritual emptiness. When Ling Shu heard Chen Zhang's cruel words, he knew that the matter was serious, and said, Master, I will tell them, I will always stand by your side. Ling Shu was also very helpless at the moment. Originally, Chen Shang didn't intend to compete for the ancient stars. After all, he could come and go freely, but now the heavens treat him like this, so he will fight for it. Xuan Yuanling, who was in the inner core space of Tianguxing, heard what Ling Shu told him, slammed the table vigorously, and sneered, this bastard, I want to see what he does with us. He can create Tianguxing, and he can also destroy Tianguxing. Ling Shu said coldly, to be honest, I very much hope to see him destroy Tianguxing, because Tianguxing falls into your hands now and will become smoky. Old man, shut up for me. Xuan Yuanfeng next to him shouted angrily. Ling Shu frowned, he was very angry in his heart, he only hoped that Chen Shang would become stronger soon, and then destroy Tianguxing. An elder of the Celestial Spirit clan changed his face, and said to Xuan Yuanfeng, Ling Shu is the Celestial Spirit of the Heavenly Ancient Star. If you disrespect him, get out of the Heavenly Ancient Star. Do you like this sight? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5178, Make Good Use of Catastrophe. Ling Shu was already full of anger because Chen Shang was attacked by the Time Gods, and now the Time Gods are so disrespectful to him, it makes him intolerable. You bastard, you broke my master's arm, and you are still so rampant in front of me at the moment. I fought my life today, or can you make your grandson have a better life? Ling Shu's eyes suddenly flashed golden light, the entire Tianguxing was trembling at the moment, and the power of the star core surged wildly. Ling Shu, please stop, an elder of the Star Spirit clan hurriedly discouraged him. Xuan Yuanling also realized that the matter was serious. If it continued like this, Tianguxing would definitely be finished, and it would be difficult for them to go back to work. Feng, admit your mistake. Xuan Yuanling shouted, quickly kneel down to the old senior to admit your mistake. Seeing Xuan Yuanling's reaction, Xuan Yuanfeng could only clench his teeth and kneel. You cut off my arm. Ling Shu shouted angrily, I'm coming. Seeing Ling Shu's desperate look, Xuan Yuanling could only do as he wanted. If Tianguxing is finished, even if they can survive, they will definitely be punished when they go back. Xuan Yuanling walked over and broke one of Xuan Yuanfeng's arms. Xuan Yuanfeng just frowned, he had no complaints. Ling Shu, go. Several elders of the Star Spirit race hurriedly left with Ling Shu. At this time, there was also a clan elder of the Star Spirit clan here, and he said coldly, don't you want Tianguxing? You have agreed with you before, but you have regretted it. How will you cooperate in the future? No matter what, we must capture the person named Chen Shang. Xuan Yuanling said. You can handle this by yourself, but you have to remember that if there is a big incident in Tianguxing because of catching him, don't blame us for turning your face. The clan elder's tone was strong. Xuan Yuanling let Chen Shang go, she was very upset, and she would be punished when she went back, so she also wanted to catch Chen Shang quickly. Of course, she knew that Chen Shang was no longer in Tianguxing. The Tianghu purgatory was so big, and the flame domain alone was too big for her to find. If Chen Shang wanted to hide, she would not be able to find it at all. Chen Shang was in retreat at this time. He put a lot of purgatory blood fruit into purgatory blood beads, and then obtained a lot of purgatory holy marrow through purgatory blood beads. Finally, through the purgatory holy marrow refining into pills for himself to eat, which can quickly increase the strength of his body. If his physical body is strong enough, his arm will not be broken so easily. Thinking of his arm being broken, Chen Shang couldn't be more angry. Brother, the temple of heaven and human is still on the way, that is to say, a lot of time has not arrived yet. There is not much time for heaven and human to come to Tianguxing. Sister Xiaojing said. Yes, I'll ask Ling Shu when I look back to see how much time there is. I'll kill them all. Chen Shang snorted. These guys are too deceiving. Chen Shang intends to destroy the time heavenly man, and then hide the heavenly ancient star before the heavenly man temple comes. Chen Shang ate 2 of the purgatory holy marrow pills that had just been refined, and then began to practice again. The Shui Shengxiang and the others in the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower also ate a lot of purgatory blood fruit, and then entered the time array for a long retreat. The blood of purgatory erupted out of Tianghu Xing more and more, mixed into the creation force, along with the star core spewing out. It can be said that the entire Tianghu Xing has a strong blood energy. After absorbing that kind of blood qi cultivation creature, the body becomes stronger and stronger, and after absorbing all kinds of exotic flowers and plants on Tianghu Xing, it also turns into very precious medicinal materials. Although the rivers and seas in Tianguxing looked very clear, they contain thick blood energy. The entire Tianghu Xing seems to erupt the blood of purgatory at any time. Such a wealth of purgatory blood resources made Xuanyuanling and the others feel incredible in their dozens of times. Even they need the blood of purgatory very much. The Protoss clan is also acting secretly, successively shaping the bodies of Protoss through a large amount of purgatory blood, and then transferring a large number of Protoss from the second layer of the ancient purgatory. When the Protoss returned to the first floor, they could only abandon the physical bodies they cultivated on the second floor. After returning, with the bodies remodeled by the blood of purgatory, they could also grow stronger quickly. The members of the Heavenly Ancient Star Alliance have also entered the mysterious Holy Nucleus cultivation one after another. Although the Time Celestials are in Tianghu Star, they don't know much about it, and they don't dare to mess around now, worrying that the Star Spirit race will destroy Tianghu Star by themselves, and they won't be able to take this responsibility at that time. The 3 major hegemonic forces and the prison blood demon also benefited from the rich blood energy of Tianguxing, but they did not occupy a good place now, and although there was no blood energy in that desert, the blood energy under the desert was very rich. It's just that the desert has been occupied by the Tianghu Star Alliance, and the 3 major hegemonic forces naturally know it. The 3 overlords have also been looking for opportunities to attack the desert, but Ling Shu will definitely take action. Chen Shang has been cultivating for thousands of years in the inner core space of the 6 Paths Ancient Star, through the time formation of the 6 Paths Divine Mirror, and only a few months have passed outside. Brother, you must at least have the cultivation base of the Supreme Heavenly Great Venerable, so that you can beat the heavens and people of those times. Sister Xiaojing said. You obviously haven't reached it yet, your current strength is only at the peak of the ancient holy gods. I am afraid that the Supreme Heaven is not enough. The 3 hegemons are all of the Supreme Heaven, but they are willing to become subordinates in the face of Xuanyuanling. Chen Shang said, and the Supreme Heaven is on the 2nd floor of the ancient purgatory. It's just the bottom line. Chen Shang ate a lot of purgatory holy marrow pills, his body was already very strong, and at the same time, his destiny was enhanced. He has not cultivated a new destiny for a long time, but his divine power has become much stronger. He also discovered now that after his body and soul became stronger, his fate would also become stronger and bigger. The divine power released by the fate has also increased many times. Sister Jing, the speed of my body and my life is getting slower and slower. If I don't break through, I won't be able to reach the realm of the Supreme Heavenly Venerate. Chen Shang said. Brother, you need to cultivate a new fate. Sister Xiaojing said, and this new fate must be difficult to cultivate. I know, Chen Shang nodded. However, how to cultivate? Use a lot of purgatory holy essence to cultivate one. Sister Xiaojing frowned. I plan to use the power of the heavenly ancient tribulation to refine a destiny. Chen Shang said, just treat it as me to save the calamity. Will it be dangerous? Sister Xiaojing thought it was feasible, but she was worried. My body and soul need to be tempered with the heavenly ancient tribulation. Chen Shang said, we have to find a way to attract a powerful heavenly ancient tribulation. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5179, Purgatory Second Floor. Before Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing attracted the heavenly ancient tribulation, they relied on the purgatory blood beads to synthesize the purgatory holy essence. Later, he did not know what to do, and then went to synthesize the purgatory holy essence, but the heavenly ancient tribulation did not appear. Later, when a stronger purgatory holy marrow was synthesized, the ancient catastrophe did not come. They suspected that the heavenly ancient tribulation might have been broken, because the appearance of the reincarnation heavenly gate before was equivalent to playing with the heavenly ancient tribulation. It's really hard to draw out the ancient catastrophe. Is it because we were too much before, and we always use the energy of the ancient catastrophe for nothing, but now we don't come out? Sister Xiaojing sighed helplessly. I can't think of any way. Well, I used purgatory blood beads to synthesize so many purgatory holy marrow before, and the ancient catastrophe has never happened once. The ancient catastrophe is not conscious, right? Could it be that this catastrophe is being watched by someone? Certainly not. There should be a problem with the formation mechanism of the great catastrophe, or it was disrupted, or the mechanism changed. Shen Shang pondered. The reason why the heavenly ancient tribulation occurs is mainly to restrict the appearance of things that are too powerful and prevent the natural order of the heavenly Tao from being disrupted. For example, the first layer is to restrict space jumping, but it does not restrict us. Later, time and humans appeared, and it is not restricted. Sister Xiaojing also thought along this line of thought. Yeah, the Temple of Time and the three major hegemonic forces can break through this limitation, and they won't be bombarded by catastrophe or something. Chen Shang said. And now, we created the purgatory holy essence, which did not attract any major Jia. Does it mean that the restrictions on the first floor of Tianghu Purgatory have been relaxed a lot? Sister Xiaojing was surprised. If this restriction is relaxed, what is the reason? Is it because the first floor of Tianghu Purgatory is much stronger in all aspects? It is very possible that the reason why space jumping is restricted is that if there is no restriction, tearing space at will lead to space instability. If there is no restriction, it means that the first floor of the ancient purgatory, don't worry about space instability or something. Chen Zhang's face suddenly became solemn. Brother, could it be said that the first floor of Tianghu Purgatory has undergone great changes because of the arrival of time? Sister Xiaojing said. It's impossible, it's not too long before this time has passed. It's not the first floor. We have experienced the calamity of the second, third, and even the fourth floor before. This shows that the 18th floor of the ancient purgatory is a whole. This is the entire 18th floor of the ancient purgatory. There has been a change. Chen Shang also thought of this, so he felt that things were not easy. Could it be that there is a big change in other layers? It just hasn't been transmitted to the first layer yet. Sister Xiaojing said. The star spirits should know something, but they won't say anything. Chen Shang recalled the reincarnation Tianmen, and said, Sister Jing, can we make something like the reincarnation Tianmen? After the reincarnation Tianmen appeared, and then the ancient catastrophe followed, the catastrophe is very strong, but it has been weakened by the samsara heaven gate. We have to go far away to try, and we can't let the time god and the temple of time get close. Sister Xiaojing said. We also have tens of thousands of star cores, and we should be able to make something similar. After we get it out, can we go to other domains? For example, the Thunder region where the world-defying universe is located. Chen Shang really wanted to go to the Thunder region to find his mother now. No, because we don't know how far the minefield is. Sister Xiaojing said. However, we might be able to open the passage to the second floor of the heavenly ancient purgatory, which should also lead to the heavenly ancient catastrophe. Quote, open the door of the second floor, maybe we can know what happened on the second floor. Chen Shang said. Let's try it. Sister Xiaojing can control the energy of multiple star cores and use space power to open them. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing had experienced many times of heavenly ancient catastrophe. At that time, there were spatial fluctuations from the second floor, so they were relatively familiar with the second floor space. After the agreement, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing immediately left Ludao Ancient Star and went to a farther place, where they could stay away from Time God and Time Temple. The flame field is so big, as long as they stay away from the Tianghu Xing, they will basically not encounter the time and heaven. The Temple of Heaven and Man of Time Heaven is rushing to Tianguxing, and Sister Xiaojing also knows their path. The current Sister Xiaojing has mastered the star map of Yanyu, so she can easily avoid the time and heaven. The divine mirror of 6 paths can jump in long-distance space, and after just jumping twice, it is far away from Tianguxing, and it is even farther away from the Temple of Heaven and Man. And in this area, the stars are also very rare, there are almost no huge stars nearby, and there is no need to worry about the Temple of Time or the ancient forces. Let's do it here, Sister Xiaojing said. Chen Shang stayed away from the 6 paths divine mirror, and then watched the 6 paths divine mirror emit strong light. Little Sister Xiaojing was controlling the star core inside the 6 paths divine mirror to condense energy. 2 days later, spatial fluctuations began to appear around the 6 paths divine mirror. Chen Shang had already taken out the world-defying divine furnace. If the heavenly ancient tribulation suddenly appeared, he could block it. Soon, the fluctuations in the surrounding space became stronger and stronger. Brother, come here quickly. Sister Xiaojing said, it's done. What? This is done, why didn't the heavenly ancient tribulation appear? Chen Shang was very puzzled, and immediately flew over. You stand on the divine mirror of 6 paths, and then leave the rest to me. Sister Xiaojing said, I'll take you to the 2nd floor. Chen Shang landed behind the 6 paths divine mirror, as if he fell into the water, and then quickly surfaced again. After he floated up, he came to the 2nd floor. He arrived at the 2nd floor of Tiangu Purgatory with ease. The divine mirror of 6 paths also put away the space power, so as not to make a big noise. Chen Shang stood on the divine mirror of 6 paths and looked at the 2nd floor of the heavenly ancient purgatory, he just thought it was incredible. In the flame domain on the 1st floor, the vast void is a fiery red. On the 2nd floor, there is a blue sky with white clouds floating. He was lying on the edge of the 6 paths divine mirror and looked down. The bottom was also empty, but it was blue, like the blue sky, with white clouds floating. The vast and boundless cosmic space on the 2nd floor is like a blue sky. If you look around, you can see many spots of light, which should be the stars on the 2nd floor. The 2nd floor is also very big. Sister Xiaojing said, the gravity here is very strong. Yes, Chen Shang also felt that it was a little difficult to stand up, and asked, can we still go back to the 1st floor? Of course you can. Sister Xiaojing smiled and said, but just go back like this. The 2nd floor hasn't been explored yet, and the time here is different from the 1st floor. Find a random star to land and see. Chen Shang said. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5180, Chaotic Purgatory. There are also many huge stars on the 2nd floor of Tiangu Purgatory, which can be easily found. Chen Shang came to the nearest star to him. Strange, the stars on the 2nd floor don't seem to be that strong. Sister Xiaojing was puzzled. It stands to reason that under such a strong gravity on the 2nd floor, the stars should also be stronger, because it can compress and condense more energy. Yeah, it really doesn't look better than the 1st floor. After Chen Shang approached the star, he could sense the energy aura emanating from the star, as well as the fluctuations in the core of the Earth's core. Could it be that the stars on the 1st floor of Tiangu Purgatory are too strong? Has it reached the strength of the 2nd floor? Sister Xiaojing was surprised. If this is the case, then the 1st floor of Tiangu Purgatory will gradually become stronger in the future. Enhance. Chen Shang entered the star and then landed on the ground. It looked desolate and there were no trees. It may be because the 1st layer of the ancient purgatory is integrated with the ancient time and space, and after the overall mass becomes larger, it can absorb the energy of other layers. Chen Shang thinks this is the case, because the bigger the quality, the stronger the phagocytic power. If the 2nd layer goes on like this, it will most likely be sucked up by the 1st layer. The 1st floor of Tiangu Purgatory may be swallowed up layer by layer. Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing had been on the 1st floor of the Sky Ancient Purgatory, so they did not notice that the 1st floor was rapidly increasing. It's no wonder that it is difficult to attract the great catastrophe on the 1st floor. The 1st floor has indeed improved a lot in all aspects, but we didn't notice it. Sister Xiaojing exclaimed. The guys from the Star Spirit race climbed from the 2nd floor. Going back, it is very likely that the 1st layer has been enhanced. Chen Shang nodded and said, this makes sense. Why are all the gods and humans willing to return to the 1st floor of the ancient purgatory in other time and space? So is it necessary to stay on the 2nd floor? Sister Xiaojing said, we originally thought that we would improve our cultivation faster by practicing on the 2nd floor, but now it seems that it is not as good as the first floor. At the beginning, they just tried to open the channel to see if they could attract the heavenly ancient tribulation, but found that there was no heavenly ancient tribulation, and then wanted to enter the second floor to see if it would be easier to improve their cultivation. What supreme being is at the bottom of the second floor? It doesn't look like it at all. After Chen Shang landed on the star, he looked at the blue sky, shook his head and said, "Here is dead, it doesn't look like a very strong one, look." Brother, is it possible that the Supreme Heavenly Venerate on the first floor of Tiangu Purgatory has become very strong now, but the star spirit race and their understanding of this are not clear, so they feel that the Supreme Heavenly Venerable on the first floor is not strong? Sister Xiaojing said. The Protoss said that they had been very aggrieved when they were on the second floor, and they must have been beaten for a while, so they made a mistake in judgment. There should also be a temple of time on the second floor. Sister Xiaojing said. We met in the holy land of the prison blood celestial clan before. They are indeed very strong, and there are also the group of golden scale monsters. The second floor should still be something. Chen Shang grabbed a handful of soil and looked at it, and said, "Let's go into the core of this star and have a look." Okay, Sister Xiaojing said. Look at what's in the kernel space, let's go. The divine mirror of six paths released the divine power of space to penetrate the inner core space, and after confirming the location, he took Chen Shang to space jump. Chen Shang stood on the divine mirror of six paths, suspended above the inner core space, looked at the huge golden star core, and then frowned. The star core is a huge golden crystal. Although the crystal emits a strong golden glow, it can clearly see that there is a huge heart beating like a mountain inside. Around the star core, a large group of golden scale people are walking around, carrying the golden giant eggs that have condensed and dropped from the star core. After the giant egg fell, it cracked, and then the golden scale man drilled out. These golden scale people are actually born from the star nucleus. Is it the ghost of the Temple of Time? Chen Shang remembered that the golden scale people were cannon fodder at the beginning, and the Temple of Time appeared only after consuming the power of the three major overlords. If the stars here are all this kind of stuff, it means that these are the second-tier star clan, they are human but not human, and they were born in this way. Sister Xiaojing sighed. Second layer, it's really messed up. It is most likely created by the Protoss. Chen Shang frowned and said, the Protoss have concealed a lot of things from us. After entering the second floor, the Protoss will definitely hide in the inner core space. And the star core here appears like this. The situation must have something to do with them. Brother, don't forget, the Protoss are also humans of time. Maybe they are all the same, and they are also chaos makers, said Sister Xiaojing. Let's go. Chen Shang shook his head, he doesn't believe the words of the Star Spirit clan anymore. The Protoss said before that they couldn't get along on the second floor, they were suppressed by the Temple of Time, or they were suppressed by the powerful forces on the second floor. And now it seems that the Protoss and the others have also done a lot of things on the second floor. Chen Shang left the inner core space, and then stayed away from the star, he was going to return to the first floor. The divine mirror of six paths is condensing the divine power of space, preparing to open the space channel. Just as they were about to open, Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing suddenly sensed a powerful coercion coming from all directions. Here, it's the heavenly ancient tribulation. Chen Shang exclaimed in shock, why did it suddenly appear? No matter how much, now is a good opportunity. Sister Xiaojing said, brother, prepare to absorb the calamity that devours the ancient catastrophe to condense the fate, and at the same time use the calamity to temper the body and soul, I will help you. Quote. The sudden appearance of the heavenly ancient tribulation surprised Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing. If it were anyone else, they would probably have been scared to death. Although Chen Shang didn't understand why the heavenly ancient tribulation suddenly appeared, it was a good thing for him. What he is worried about now is that this heavenly ancient tribulation is not strong enough, so he hopes to be stronger. Brother, the heavenly ancient tribulation will become stronger and stronger, so you can't take it lightly. Sister Xiaojing urged, it's just the beginning. They who have experienced the great calamity of the ancient times are also very experienced. Chen Shang looked at the huge space cracks that appeared around him, and knew that this kind of calamity came from other layers. Is it the power of the heavenly ancient tribulation on the third and fourth floors? Chen Shang looked at the cracks in the space and frowned, it doesn't look like. The calamity does not come from the third and fourth layers, but from the first layer. Sister Xiaojing was surprised. The ancient catastrophe generated by other domains on the first floor may be from the thunder domain, or from multiple the domain, the robbery force is very strong. The heavenly ancient tribulation on the first floor will actually reach the second floor. Chen Shang couldn't figure out what was going on for a while.